the things of like his antics is like, yeah, man, I'm gonna call you out on it. Or at least in my mind, it's like this is a negative toward you that you're like going this far out of the way. Like some people are like secretively shitty. He's like, what if I'm just shitty all the time?
Well, what was funny was when Iggy Azalea was talking about.
Oh yeah, he's bringing like kids. That's the other thing. He's bringing like people's kids into shit.
Well,
that was petty.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
like
petty shit.
some.
What do you say about kids?
They.
Oh, talking about nieces and nephews and shit.
Yeah.
But how is Cardi related to Kim shit?
Because he said, Kim, let me get North on a song. And yeah, he's like, why don't I go get blah, 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 your fucking kid on a song? And Iggy Azalea's like, hey, I've already said that dude's a shitty dad. Please don't bring my son into this. Yeah. And then it's just like, he's just like he's like a fuck you, I'm going to burn the world.
Well, I was more so.
About all the people that Iggy fucked.
Yeah.
He didn't fuck Iggy because of all the people that she fucked.
Well, I was going to talk about, too, how she was like, he told her that he masturbates to her every morning and then asked how big her boyfriend's dick was.
I mean, he's a weird dude.
Just some weird shit.
I mean,
again,
looking. Are like that,
no,
that's
not true.
No,
Most.
I feel like a lot of celebrities are weirdos.
It's him just saying shit again to get a rise out of somebody.
For sure, not most.
A lot of them are though.
The champ is here.
Undercover. We just
What's happening, dog?
This celebrity gas station bag, rich bitch. What we gonna do with that?
Bro, I bought gas station gummies. I bought gas station gummies one day. It was at the liquor store, and them bitches was smacking.
Oh, I was gonna say there's one right here.
What's that nigga that niggas that from jail be smoking?
Well, no, there's still room.
Oh no, we good. He's chilling. We chilling.
When niggas get out of jail, they be smoking.
K2.
K2. That's the difference that you just bought.
Some salvia. Here, let's get some salvia.
Oh, we got
I'm versed in this shit. You feel me? We got the K2.
This one might be a nice long.
It's so crazy because like
big mic swap.
People be so mad that I'm never impressed with weed. Like, I've been smoking since 11. People been trying to have me sell pounds since I was like 14, 15.
Mm-hmm. Smoking since 11 is hectic.
Not consistently, but like I definitely smoked my first blunt at 11, rolled up at like 11. Yeah, I was versed. So like
Brick Grayson.
Hey, but regardless, it's like, nigga, this shit ain't. It's all the same everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It can only get so fire.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you got the gas stations got the covered on shit. There's like weed that's yellow, weed that's pink, weed that's blue. Yeah.
Oh hell
yeah. They got all that. The snow caps and the
like this is not good.
I'm not buying no.
Like the local dealer came in
there.
Dyed weed.
The local dealer came in there like, y'all got the moon rocks. He's like, we got the moon rocks for like 2 weeks, bro. He like, yeah, all right, man. Let me know when they get here. I'm buying them all. Like,
is that where people go?
So
that
people,
truly
that's
don't know
their
where
plug
to go
now?
get
like
weed from?
it was like a line. It was like 7 niggas standing there like, all right, I'm about to see. Like, you see the picture I sent to the chat. They like, man, what you want to do? So I'm looking at flavors like, okay, White Run, Scary Payton, yeah, the typical shit. All right, then I saw like Sour D. No one's got Sour D right now.
Sour D.
I haven't seen nobody.
That's
with
a pack
sour.
right there.
It didn't say It didn't say Diesel.
It said sour.
I'm not buying it. You feel me?
Start smoking again.
None of that shit.
If they brought the sour diesel back there,
Bro,
I used to love this.
I got a pack of sour runs at the house right now, and it's fucking hard. Like, it's hell. Like, it smelled great. I thought it looked great. I bought it. Me and Lynn put a little joint together, that shit. Niggas woke up hours later like, what the fuck? We can't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my weed to smack, but also leave room for functionality. You know what I'm saying? I need to be.
So you're not an indica guy.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's
I'm
why I
not
don't
trying
like
to be.
indicas and shit.
I
ain't trying
love
to go to sleep. I
indicas.
smoke weed just to get through the
Well, no,
day.
because if you smoke indicas and you are doing something, you're not gonna fall asleep. But if you're
when
just,
you're just
chilling and relaxing, that's
but then that's
when in the couch comes in.
that's my ultimate. That's my ultimate fucking fear, though, is as soon as I hit that, I'm watching YouTube shorts, all of a sudden I become that, like, boneless girl from the fucking commercials, and I'm just like,
cracked egg
I'm like, I'm just...
What did she do?
Don't
She smoked weed.
She smoked weed.
The scare tactics of the early 2000s commercials.
Well, yeah, they're always...
Great.
You see people talk about some how like for years everybody's like I let Dare down because they started smoking weed. Man, recently they said Dare taking marijuana off the list and everybody was posting.
They got to.
Well, I guess I did let them.
Hey, I did get Sour D.
bought the sour D gas
I did not
station?
know I bought the sour D.
Well,
I got garlic butter. What is this? Something Heavenly Snow or something like that. I'm looking at nubs. I'm looking at the shit like, all right, them look like green, them look fluffy. These all look the same dark green condensed shit. I don't know. I saw a purple ass box over there. I'm like, I'm not fucking with nothing purple from the gas station. Yeah.
No,
Yo, that's
crazy.
insane.
Now, mind you,
Yeah,
all this shit is. Now, the regular size in the car, I just ain't bring it out here because I'm going to smoke this first. Leave that for the missus.
Save y'all the gas station wait.
Yeah, y'all can have the gas station.
It's funny because I remember I was in Boston one time and my uncle was like, "Oh, so and so has sour D," and he was like,
Let's
"As
smoke the sour D.
and he was like, as soon as I hit it, I'll know by the flavor if it's real sour D." And he hit that bitch. He was like, "Wow, like someone really has sour D in like 2016." Like,
Yeah, that was. I remember sour D in fucking high school.
Does this smell like sour D to you?
Am I tripping? I don't know. I would have known. Look.
No. No. I got a box of sour. Not a box, I got a jar of sour at the house. It's sour runts. It's not even sour diesel. That doesn't smell like anything sour, bud.
it smells like detergent.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what garlic butter smells like.
But
this
I
one
thought it
smells
smelled
like
like
too.
garlic
So,
for
yeah,
a little
so,
bit. I
yeah.
thought it had like a little.
Nah,
garlic.
why? If the weed smells like the flavor it says it is, it's not good weed. They sprayed that shit. It should never smell like cherry gelato.
This has just a pack of this has a pack of Papa John's.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah. I'm tasting
Ugh,
the
smoking
peppercini.
garlic.
Why is there peppercini in this?
That is
Oh,
funny.
yo, dude.
We
you
was
ever-
just-
That you just sent that shit in the chat and we watched it.
We watched it before.
Well,
We watched it
you
before.
sent the one, and I was like, I just pulled it up because I was like, oh, I know this is on YouTube.
Yeah.
But also, like,
Yeah.
can y'all believe that shit?
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanna know
But
what
here,
you
I don't think that. I don't
I
think
know
that
people
list
be
is accurate.
over exaggerating.
I don't know
I
if
got-
it's accurate or not. I just want to make sure y'all know who the real king of the jungle is. Stop playing with the fucking tiger, nigga. Bum ass lions don't even kill nobody, nigga. Sit your ass down. You don't got no bodies.
Tiger,
Dude, those hippos be taking up.
Hippos, they been said that. I learned that at like 21. That was like the first thing I learned outside
They're
of school.
finally getting rid of the hippos in South America. Pablo Escobar's hippos are officially going to be a no more problem. I'm
they're,
sorry.
they're
I
taking,
didn't know he
they're
had-
taking them all out.
So they're
not hip
they're
to this.
sterilizing.
So
So
he brought over a whole bunch of.
hippos?
Are you
yeah.
fucking crazy?
He
So-
brought over a whole bunch of exotic animals.
So
and they,
yeah,
like,
he had a
took
zoo.
over.
Pablo had a zoo at his house, and then when he died, or when they like arrest him or whatever happens, no one there is like, well, I ain't getting paid no more. I ain't fucking taking care of fucking hippos. I'll go back into town and sell fucking pupusas. Fuck that. So those things just get out. Hippos are like, oh shit. Turns out the Amazon River rules. Nothing can fuck with us here. They just start breeding like a motherfucker. They start going in. Now all of a sudden there's like a bunch of hippos, and all the people in Colombia are like, ooh, hippos. And it's like, yeah, dude, you don't want to be. These motherfuckers start getting close. You're like, yo, you gotta get out of here. That thing, because that thing's not even gonna kill you the way.
How many bullets does it take to down a hippo?
I bet,
I
dude.
wonder, like, if they get a headshot and they go down. or
No,
if
you
they need, like,
couple
a-
drums.
Yo, dude, yeah, you gotta like. I think
You
you
gotta
gotta
spray that
auto-win
bitch.
shit.
That's what I'm
100
saying.
round
Like,
clip.
a
And
desert,
riverboats,
a desert,
yeah.
a 4.5,
It's gotta sound
a
like a.
4.5 or a Desert Eagle is only gonna do so
It's
much
gotta s-
damage initially.
It's
You know
gotta sound
what
like
I'm
a West Side Gun concert. It's got boom, 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 boom.
saying? I'll shoot the fuck out of
Griselda,
it.
a whole crew.
Everybody.
They take down a hippo.
And they tried to make hippos seem cool as fuck growing up, like they was the cool
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
or like the or
Like
what-
you-
They like.
Cause a hungry hippo.
yeah, and then Madagascar, they got the black woman voicing it and shit. Oh yeah, you know that's homie.
Yeah,
No,
I think
that
that's
guy
your
here.
auntie. That's
Yeah.
your auntie.
Oh,
Always
no.
your auntie.
I think
knew
it's.
them was
I
grimy.
actually think it's Lisa Kudrow, but that's
I
cool.
knew
She
them was
got
grimy.
black. She was the blackest of all the Friends characters.
Oh, that's who they had as the. No, that was. No wait, it was Jada Pinkett. I just thought about it.
Was it Jada
it was
Pinkett?
Jada Pinkett.
Who'd Lisa Kudrow play?
No, the hippo of Madagascar.
Is it
The
Jada
voice
Pinkett?
actor was for sure black as fuck.
Damn, I thought
On the
who?
movie. On the movie it was Jada Pinkett.
I don't know. Jada sounds real friendsish to me.
The TV show.
Where's my phone at? I'm looking. Yeah.
Pat's usually on point with the.
I was gonna say,
acting,
I
too.
swear to God, I thought Lisa Kudrow was in that motherfucker. I thought Jada Pinkett Smith sucked at acting.
This nigga knew the real story of the last Ronin, but didn't know that wasn't a white woman playing a fake.
Oh, right, dude.
Beast Wars is my shit.
Beast Wars was your shit? Loser.
Shit coming on like ABC like on Saturday morning.
I
But
hated
have
all
you tried
that
to watch
shit.
it recently? That's what Chaz was
Beast
talking
Wars,
about.
is that
Yeah.
was there when they would be like this
Oh.
animal
Oh, no, that's
versus
what-
this animal?
That's what
No,
Pat was talking
Trans-
You're
about.
totally
Oh,
right.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pat said you're totally
You're totally
right.
right. It was Jada Pinkett Smith. I just try and block her out of my brain a lot of times because I don't like her attitudes.
All of
I
them.
just feel like she's really just twisted up Will Smith. Just got my man twisted up in a way that I can't. He's unrecognizable, dude. He's on Playboy Max asking about beats now. He's like, I actually got a couple songs, and Max is like, all right, chill.
I thought it was Blackboy Max.
Oh, Blackboy Max.
Blackboy Max.
Black, it's definitely Blackboy Max, but he's on there like,
I fuck with him because he was handling the whole like that last shit with Chicken P slap too, but he one of them turned up annoying rappers, as you can tell. Like you on right now, you turn fuck everything. You talk about nigga, I'm finna roll my blunt, nigga. This
was,
like, all right,
was that the
Chicken
dude who
P.
was like bitching about the check? He's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this
he was-
thing? And it's
he
like,
did this.
what is that? That's
Like, hey,
the-
turn that shit off, bro. Like,
Yeah.
why?
It's like, dude, that's
Don't read it.
that's the chat, dude. First off, I feel
My
like-
thing is, if you're going on one of those shows, you have to at least be aware of the chat.
also
That's like the. You don't have to know who you're talking to. You don't need to know what kind of show you're going into.
But it wasn't
Just
the
know, ignore
It was
the
the
chat.
beats. It was the beats that the chat was sending. He had like a Discord from the chat that sent him.
Oh, so they was playing
So he's
playing
playing
beats that
beats,
were getting sent to
and
them
he
by the
was-
viewers.
Yeah, and he was
And a few of them sounded like sexy red ass beats. Now I can't speak for Chicken P. His beats sound a little more up tempo than those that I heard on the clips that I
I
saw.
heard one of them that was cool.
It sounded like some like sexy red should have took that bitch, but I don't. Hey.
He should have just did a verse on it.
Sexy Red was there too.
Yeah, they turned. They niggas, they feeling themselves. They know they up right now, so they like, hey, I ain't doing no booth ass studio session that ain't how I normally rock out. Can't blame him for that, but also I fuck with the dude Blackboy Max because he was like, hey, look,
yeah, he got Will
Go.
Smith.
recorder go, my nigga.
Oh,
Yeah.
they was
He be
supposed to
holding-
just rap over some shit real
He
quick.
be dealing with some shit, and he be holding his composure like real.
Nah, cause I feel like that's your whole thing. You can't be all picky. Like you're here to do this, right? Okay, let's do it real quick.
Well,
Show us what
you also know what it is.
We're not trying to make a hit.
Cash Cobain,
Because Cash Cobain and Baby Tron and a couple other people all
That
went in
baby
there.
try shit was
Man, to see him do what he do that easily, it's like, oh, he just walked in there,
Well, yeah, I feel like that's like the modern day, like Lil
Wayne.
the booth. The,
Yeah, I mean-
what's that called? Rap
Rap
City.
City.
Oh,
It's like you come in and do some shit, but this is live. This is for real. It ain't
and he
produced.
just punching in his raps. I don't respect it as like an actual rapper.
Dr.
but I
Dre.
respect the
No.
process.
Yeah.
Keys.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Key producer.
He's producer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rico Nasty. Key.
Oh.
Freddie Gibbs.
you're talking about
White boy, tall white boy, got his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
The Cave. It was in the Cave.
name?
Why am I forgetting this? Dude? This is gonna kill me.
Whoa, Kenny.
Yeah,
Kenny Beats.
Yo, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny Beats.
His name's Kenny. Okay, that's
Kenny Beats.
that's Kenny Beats, right?
Kenny made another one.
Yeah, Kenny Beats used to have it.
I
where
don't know if that's the
everybody came
tag.
I think that's another
in.
one.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah, it's Whoa Kenny.
There's Will Kenny, and then Kenny made another one.
Remember that one?
Oh shit.
He has
someone else.
I don't know.
no, dude. I think he actually killed the guy who used to have it, and like Highlander, he took it. Yeah,
I don't know. I know
That's
my
why-
Liquor license. If you kill the person with the liquor
a
license.
new one I thought of. I tried to say earlier, dude. I was thinking of, like if Robin was cool, he'd be Brick Grayson instead of Dick Grayson. So
wow,
he's like slinging bricks.
right.
I'm Brick Grayson.
But you got to pause that too, because
Dick Grayson is the first
if
Robin.
you swap
Oh.
Dick for Brick,
Robin,
pause.
like
You got to pause the
Batman,
whole
Robin.
thing still, because he was already Dick. Now you calling him Brick? Hey, pause that.
Oh.
Yeah, now we bricked up.
We got to
I thought it
pause.
was
him.
Pause.
You bricked him up.
Nah, I think about
You done
something,
bricked
but-
up Dick. Pause,
Yeah.
man. God damn.
Pause the new no homo.
But
Yes.
For sure.
but
I guess it's not new. It's been around for
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point,
It's
but
the trend.
no
that's
Diddy.
the equivalent.
Yeah,
I can't
no
believe
Diddy.
I can't believe Pause is like mainstream now. That's hilarious.
No
Yeah,
homo is too direct. That's why they had to like. All right, let's get back to pause.
No, but we was saying pause after no homo, like when no homo.
They're like
died
on
out,
airplanes. They're like, and put the
But it's, like,
oxygen
on
mask
TV.
down and suck in. Pause. That's in the Southwest Airlines, like
Nah.
direct.
the pilot hits on the mic. He's like, "Hey, yo."
Real quick.
Yeah. Good evening, passengers. We're about to get into some turbulence. It's about to get a little rough. Pause.
Did anybody see that video of the pilot talking about how he's just not gonna fly to Hawaii? Like, hey, they're giving me too many runarounds about the status of this plane. I'm gonna just make a gut call. I'm not feeling it, so we're just gonna try to get another plane. If they don't give us a plane, this flight ain't happening right now. I'm sorry.
We're just getting out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not. He's like,
I think I did see it.
yeah, he's like,
I
I'm
think
not.
he
My
was on
car.
the plane or
He was on the
They
plane
were like-
already. They were all on the plane already, and he was like, "Listen, they're talking about some fuel jet thing." And then it's like
were most of the people on the plane?
they were already boarded, but he was like, "They're giving me like different little runarounds." Like, well, this is going on, but it's cool. Like, nah, this is a plane.
Too
Yeah.
many.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too many people, and we're going over the water the
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
time to
yeah.
Hawaii. I'm not doing a 6-hour flight
But
over the
he said
water
not
if this bitch
today.
ain't tip top, nigga. Stop playing with me.
Hey,
He said, "I'm not crash landing today."
Yeah.
He said not today. He said y'all want to live or y'all want to go home.
He said, "Pause aside,
Yeah,
nigga.
but I
We
saw
not
most
doing
of the
this."
Passengers were like chill about it. They're like, "Yeah, I get it. I appreciate that you wouldn't
Yeah,
want."
they-
I heard the one lady like, "What?" Everybody's like, "No, dude."
Some were pissed, but a lot of them were.
Yeah.
If somebody told me the pilot was like, "Yeah, it's not in good flying condition," I'd be like, "Bet, dude, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to get on
Yeah,
this plane."
thank
then."
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the last 5 weeks, there's been like 20 plane crashes. Cool. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a look at it and kicking the
Imagine
tires
you ran
before
up
we
there
got off
late,
the
and then they
ground.
like, "Yeah, this
Imagine
fight
how
ain't
many
going."
pilots do
I'm not
hear
even
that
gonna be
shit,
mad.
they're
I'm like,
"Yeah, we're gonna go for it."
"Oh well."
It's like the running.
You don't
thing.
know.
See somebody run, you run. Everybody was on that plane like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck this motherfucker.
We are. Hey, go ahead.
Telling
get
me
that
the
man.
conductor of this train doesn't want this train.
That's probably the
Yeah.
one time that people waited and sat down to get their bags. You know, you get on the plane, everybody want to
I don't
stand
know
up in the
enough
back
to
of the
tell
plane.
you
Sit
whether-
your dumb ass down. You in fucking 29J. You're not going nowhere.
People don't drive their cars because they're like, I don't think this piece of shit gonna make it. Right. So I want that to be the plane.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, it should. Well, in theory.
No, it's funny too because I've been on planes where it's like they're taking a little too long to fix defrosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you see them fucking with like engines and shit, or they say like, oh, they're fixing a little something,
Mhm.
and it's like it takes an hour
And
and a
you
half.
see-
People
you-
start to look a little.
Yeah.
Like,
You
what
see
are
the
they
guys
doing?
out there, you're like, dude,
These dudes
who's
are
this?
mechanics.
Yeah. What's up with this guy? This guy looks like he just got this job.
He looks a little young.
It looks like that meme where the guy who's like, I just applied for this job and they gave it to me.
Yeah.
It's a
Like,
black
oh,
dude
you know
just
how to do
looking
this?
at the
All right.
electronic board
I
being like,
passed
I
the
don't know,
background
man.
check.
Oh yeah, that's funny that
I
he did
passed the
that.
background check.
Yeah.
So.
Passed the background check, I was clean, so they said good to go.
T for his resume.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Why not?
And then you get
That's what I
there,
do.
you get there and you're just like, all right, here's the job, and you're like, wonder what the hell any of this does.
Guess we're fixing plane engines today.
Yeah.
You know the dudes that be outside, guy in the plane when it's like pulling.
Mhm.
That was my
I seen
dad
the
in the
dude
Air
fall.
Force.
Yeah, probably drunk.
I seen the dude fall. I was like, damn.
Drunk as hell.
That was my dad's job.
There's no rules at the airport.
That's hard.
I seen Soul plane. I was roasting the fuck out there,
Oh, that's a nice.
nigga. Yeah, I'm like, that's how you was in the Air Force.
That was you.
Fuck out of here.
See, they talking about taking the Statue of Liberty back.
No, they
France? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
have
did he-
fun.
you know, they probably did that.
How are you taking that back?
Did you?
What are you
I was
talking
telling
about?
Tone about this. Y'all see that shit with what happened with the editor at the Atlantic?
I
Yeah.
read about it earlier.
Yeah, dude. So this,
Insane.
this dude is the editor at the Atlantic. It's a big news outlet.
I know you've gotten
He-
Atlantic articles in your timelines before.
He got sent a signal invite from like
An
the
unknown number that he
an unknown number that said it was like some high up political figure, and he goes, "This is probably fake, but I'd rather just check it versus like assume it's fake." Checks it, gets added into a group chat that has like JD Vance and like Kelsey
Bank people.
Tulsi Gabbard or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
JD Vance is the vice
All like
president.
the
fool.
head-
Yeah,
all
the
the
vice
head-
president.
Our vice president.
Yeah, of America.
Our vice president? No, not
Hey, Hey, I don't know shit.
all the head defense people.
Yeah, so
All the people that are like defense.
yeah, he gets added to this group chat, and they're like, "Yo, dude, we gotta bomb Yemen, and we're pissed about it because we're bailing Europe out and fuck Europe and all this shit."
And then also, like, if we're gonna do this, we have to be sure that we're protecting the Saudi oil.
Yeah.
Oil.
First
area.
off, why are you adding this dude to the
Protecting
group
the
chat?
Saudi
Yeah.
oil
Somebody wanted him to
And-
get this shit out.
And they, dude, they
Wait, so did he put the article?
No, they
they
accidentally
dude,
added them. To
they
it.
dropped,
No action.
they dropped,
Yeah, that's,
Definitely not
somebody
an accident.
they
did
definitely
that.
dropped
And
bombs.
the group know who pussied up and told the Atlantic.
They drop bombs and be like, one dude just sent 3 emojis. He sent like America, like American
Eagle.
flag, fucking like rock fist, and fucking like fire emoji. And you're like, dude,
After they bombed Yemen.
first off,
Right after it happened.
Oh, so they really bombed him?
So that
Yes.
he was after that happened, and then he saw like them talking about it happening. He was like, "Oh, this is real. This is
Yeah.
not like
Time out. We bombed you, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we always bomb.
When?
we always be bombing.
Yeah,
When?
they drop.
Constant.
Bro, do you know how many fucking starving children there are over there?
Of course, dude.
Like, they're dying on blades of
it's
grass.
literally
You
a
know how
horrible
Palestine's
thing,
going
dude.
right now.
Yo, oh yeah, no,
Getting
I'm
quick.
saying
The U.S. ain't doing much to help.
the U.S.
out
is
much
a
right now.
grimy motherfucker, but
I mean, dude,
you want to
Obama-
get with the
Obama
winning
was
team or
saying
not,
that
y'all? I
thing
told
with
y'all.
Drone
I
City,
told y'all. I'd
dude.
rather be with the winning team, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to be nowhere else.
But
We are grimy though.
But at the same time, one, I'm pretty sure there's a bill regarding what you're allowed to talk about over a fucking text message.
That's just an app.
Yeah,
That anybody can download.
Yeah, you know what?
You're
That,
not-
Wait,
you're
they
not
WhatsApp
talking about-
this bombing?
Yeah, that's what Signal
yeah,
is.
What's that?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you just
It's like,
which
yo,
like Telegram.
this is for guys
Hey, one of
selling
they put it up to
drugs.
vote.
Well, I'm about to say one of them left the chat and cop coke on the other
All
side.
right,
Yeah.
guys, we're gonna vote on who we should bomb tonight.
Also, what do you? First off, if
Put up a
if you're
poll.
in Signal,
Yeah, put up a poll.
yeah, if
There's 4 selections. Yemen, obviously. We could go
Big
for
number
Yemen
one.
again. We really want to.
number 4 wild card, St. Louis.
Are we gonna kick this off yet?
It could get crazy,
Hey,
guys.
so I be thinking if these countries did come and like attack us, like what would they
You-
get?
You probably wouldn't even make landfall in these.
Yeah, we're like
Our
two-
naval base is so
all these like
big compared to any other.
all these other countries become like chess pieces for like major actual like larger countries,
That's why the U.S. is able to do what they do. Is
Yeah.
because of where we're located.
and you're also
like,
just
the allies that we do have.
you're linked
Hey,
up
guys.
with enough people.
I don't want to pop shit about how untouchable we are. We'll be the one podcast that they start showing clips of when we finally
Yeah,
start
when it
getting,
goes
when
down.
niggas start attacking us, they're gonna be like, look at these niggas on the RDC
I'm on-
podcast.
No, 'cause
They said it.
They were
I don't
talking
necessarily.
about
I don't necessarily
CNN.
think we're
I'm
untouchable.
saying they're gonna be like,
No, I
they-
don't think we're
you would have to
untouchable.
chip
But
away
then the
at
ad
us.
money will
they're gonna
come
be
in.
like, yeah, it's gonna go crazy.
Didn't have
We're gonna
the
get
money
dumb.
to attack us, like what would be like the first place you think they like hit?
Like New York or LA, a coastal.
Yeah, it would have
Nah,
to be a coastal
I would
city.
think some type of like food spot, like somewhere
But
in the Midwest.
well, no,
or
that's
something.
like even.
the Midwest doesn't.
Yeah, and then
Damn, bitch, you right.
yeah.
But
you
that's
do that first,
That's more of
because
like
then y'all can't eat.
no. I think CP's saying more
you're
like
saying,
like if someone came like actual land army to do it, whereas like
Oh, they
Chi-
would have to come to
China
yeah.
and stuff is more on like the page.
Gas
of,
station sour D,
dude,
y'all.
Like, yo, we'll like fuck you guys up internally and
No,
make you
yeah,
guys
like China, if they ever wanted
It's-
to like
they gotta
fuck
be
up
too
our
smart.
agriculture,
Coming
like the
from-
Yeah,
farms
yeah.
and shit,
Internally.
they would do full on like science, like agricultural warfare.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it wouldn't be like oh,
They would
Red-
never
it wouldn't be
touch-
Red Dawn.
oh, we
No,
flew
yeah,
over, we flew over your crops and sprayed all this shit. It
Yeah.
would be like, oh,
No,
we
smarter.
fucking. It would be.
we have
yeah.
people who infiltrated and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it would be something. So they're like, yo, we'll just sell you pesticide that kills all this shit, and you'll buy this from us because it's the cheapest thing. And we'll go, yeah, it makes the plants grow double. Look at these plants; they had that, and they go, oh, that sounds great.
Oh,
Yeah.
get us like like they got the Native Americans.
I
Ain't
mean-
that a bitch?
It ain't. Yeah.
Ain't this a bitch?
It ain't even like that. It's not
We'll
even
knock
that
a few
deep.
billion off of your $1 trillion debt with us. Take this soil from us.
But now, again, it's like we're trying to go back to depending on like manufacturing and people working more. It's like people don't work. that's like the number one American concept.
I'm about to say
is,
American
like,
people
not
don't work.
working.
Yeah.
American people are like, my best option is going to be to do 4 side gigs, and then I live that way. And it's like, if someone...
Because I'm working for myself. Though.
And there are people who like work hard that way. I fucking do it, but it's like,
It's
there's so many people that's like, hey, I'll pay you this much, and you just, all you do is like make this one part. People are like, nope, fuck that. I'm gonna just collect like some checks.
Oh yeah, unemployment.
Everyone just cashing checks that you're like, man, dude, this is not good. They're like, if I can't work from home, I'm like, you've never had a job. Who the fuck is gonna be like, oh, perfect, you can work from home? What do you write, BuzzFeed articles? Fuck you.
Get on them. We've had this conversation. No. We've had this conversation before, bro. You gotta think. Like, we've actually worked real jobs.
Someone's like, I'm a writer, and I'm like, no, you named the top 10 Little Debbie snacks, and it's just 10 Little Debbie snacks. There's not even a fucking ranking system, you idiot.
You just put.
You didn't even set any parameters for you.
You put a hyphen in the next flavor of snack.
It's not even like a list of anything anymore. It's just like, here's 10 Buffy episodes that existed, and you're like, the fuck is this? It's like 40
Don't forget about these ones.
Yeah, this took 40 minutes.
And this is the American workforce. Mm-hmm. We talked about this during the election time.
Of course.
That's when that dude who's trying to run for governor of Ohio was talking shit about how we need to let more immigrants come to America.
Getting rid
because
of all the immigrants is really going to help.
But he said we need to get more immigrants. Him and Elon said we need to bring more people to America so they can actually work because Americans don't.
Dude, I know.
Yeah, it would create more competition, too.
But that
Like,
doesn't
we have to
pander
do
their-
this.
They were pissed about
That
that.
doesn't pander to their base, so that's why they had to switch
They
up
were all
on it.
confused, like, wait, what?
They had to switch up on it because that doesn't pander to their base.
So wait, so they want to bring the immigrants here. So the immigrants come here to.
They don't. Yeah, now they're like, dude.
Elon said too much.
We'll get the immigrants out, and we'll get everyone
force
from
everybody.
like that's hanging out over on like Lakeside and shit, and they're gonna start working.
So that's what I'm
That's what.
And it's like,
Look.
Well, they aren't gonna start working.
He said too much. He didn't want to say what the real plan was. The real plan is to get these immigrants over here because they know they got to work for a living. Pay them like same thing with people's gripe with Mexicans and shit. Oh, they're out here doing landscaping for like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, they're being respectful and working hard.
hard
Yeah, like are
and
you
also
better at the
bringing
job
in a
than them?
language they don't speak.
Yeah, but are you better at the job than they are?
It happened. I went to La Plaza and was looking for some heavy whipping cream. But the reason I went in there looking for heavy whipping cream because I was looking for something else. And I was like, well, I'll get the heavy whipping cream out of there.
What does that mean?
CP, you gotta
what do you mean
elaborate
you're looking for something else?
You gotta elaborate. This is a
Getting to that.
podcast.
I think
P.
we're getting to that.
This is a
point.
podcast, P. What's going on, man?
Are we getting to the other something else, or
No,
are we
I
just
went
not
inside La Plaza looking for a certain ingredient, and I was like, well, I'll get the heavy whipping cream while I'm in there.
What was you looking for, CP?
It was $8 in the small bottle.
Yeah.
I said, I see why.
But heavy whipping cream
always
is that.
expensive.
What was you looking for real and why?
Yeah.
heavy
Huh? Oh,
At La Plaza?
you want some bougie shit?
heavy whipping cream's always expensive, and then at La Plaza it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
They said they had truffle oil there.
But dude, I know a dude that like workforce that they're trying to like force out. It's like a person I know who's a dishwasher gave a 1-year notice where he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be leaving next year." It's like American people just don't show up, and you're never seen or heard from again.
Oh, no, we're gonna. No.
Like 1 year
That's
from
not
today,
it.
1
Make a
year,
big
just
scene,
like-
buddy.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you make a big
fucking
Yeah.
scene.
No, you do
crash
one of-
out and just bounce.
And you do something you never done before. You in aisle 9, just throwing the cart around.
Yeah,
Fuck this shit, I got a new job anyway.
Or there's the ghost. There's a guy who just mid-shift is just not there anymore.
Somebody called me up like, you got the job? I was at L'Oreal.
No. The ghost is the funniest.
The
Because-
ghost is the best.
Yo, just leaving in the middle of the job, not
Dude,
doing nothing, that's hard.
Tone.
I never
Oh my
heard of
God,
this.
Tone. It's the worst.
Never came
When
back.
I'm already
I've
down.
done that, but
I'm
I've done
down 65% of the people I'm supposed to have. If I got a team of, I'm supposed to have a team of 22. I got 6 guys in here,
Oh my.
and maybe 8, and I got 8 guys. But after lunch, the good guy, like the best guy, doesn't come back. So then I'm looking around for like an hour, like, yo, where's dude? Everybody like, oh yeah, dude said he ain't come back after basketball. He said he ain't about to get balled on and then come in and do everything. He got another job.
Wait. My nigga played the.
Cause I play every, no, look, on lunch, At lunch, niggas want to go hoop. They think they can hoop with me. I'm balling on everybody at lunch. They say, "Now do your fucking job." 'Cause I just balled on you too, nigga. Like, no, stop playing with me.
And that is a guy that I would describe as get out your motherfucking feelings, bitch.
But he was the best at it, and he did have to do everything. So I'm like, bro, I need you to get all the waters. I need you to unload the truck. I need you to do this shit. He like, nah, Chaz. I get the same pay over here. I'm just gonna take these hours.
I had a great seasonal employee who hit us with, and I don't know if I've told this story. He worked for probably 2.5 weeks. I fully believe that for half of that time, he would just clock in, and we'd be like, "Hey, man, go to seasonal and like keep the seasonal section clean. Just keep putting shit away. It's your whole job." This motherfucker was just leaving. One day they were like, "Where the hell is this guy?" And we go into the AP office, and we just watch this dude just walk over to seasonal, walk right back out into his car, and I was like, "How long do you think this dude been doing this?" And
they ran through the tapes and was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
ever since the first week,
I was like, "Good on this guy." And then when you go to fire guys like that, it's always like, "So do I pick up my last paycheck, or is it mailed, or like it's never like a why." You're just like, "Hey man, you're fired," because I would get.
That is the second most common time when people are going to go ghost. They go ghost on breaks and never come back, or they go ghost when they're supposed to get walked into the office and fired properly. They're like, "Oh, you want to go to the office real quick? I might use the bathroom real quick."
Oh yeah,
and they're gone. They're gone. Or I'm following you.
Well, and
you turn in your head, and he's out the door. He like at the front door. Like, I'm not about to chase you through Walmart, bro. All right.
People hated the confrontation of having to do it, so I would get the offer of like someone's like, "Hey, I'll push those U-boats of product if you like talk to this guy for me." I'm like, "Bet, dude." I won't talk to this 20-year-old stoner who's like a cart pusher, and I'm just like, "Hey man, you're fired."
That's why we can podcast.
And they're just like, all right, cool." You're just like, these guys have been fired before. It's not their first time getting fired. They're not.
Oh no, even if
it's not a hard worker
even
that
if
goes.
It isn't.
What?
You know how you fire somebody when you want to get out of it quickly, or you don't want to, if you don't want to do it, but they gotta have you do it because you're the only person with nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Yeah, you go fire this guy for me, please." All right, I do it on some. Hey, I gotta hurry up, but look, you fired. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I still got my job.
Yeah.
You fired.
It is. It's
I gotta let you know, but you're fired.
It's the.
No, what you want me to do? You want me to stop my? I can't. I ain't quitting with you, dog. I ain't quitting with you, dog.
I'm not the one personally even firing you. I'm just being told that I got fired.
You're not a Cap 2 associate, bro. You working the front end. I'm firing you from back here.
Yeah.
This ain't got nothing to do with me. You know that though, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm about to go back.
I'm not your boss.
Yeah.
I'm firing you.
It's much easier when you don't have like.
But what does the boss do when that guy still goes to the boss?
Oh, that person just doesn't go anywhere. They're
You can't go to nobody. You're done. You're a customer now.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what you say.
Someone told you you're fired. You're fired.
That? Like you guys are the guys.
Oh,
that
they're gonna
fire
go
somebody and they try to go to the person.
Well,
Security.
If they don't really know you. You can always be like,
I don't gotta get them. Security's already on your ass.
They already be terminated when they get fired.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
When we walk back here, you're fucking out of the system, buddy.
Yeah.
We're just going to formally tell you, and you got any questions on how this goes down, we can answer them. Yes, you are fired. No, there's nothing you can do about it. No, you can't talk to this person. No, you can't talk to that person. You are getting your last check.
Done.
Same way you got your last couple checks.
The state of Ohio, you also.
That's why you're fired.
You don't need a reason to
Zillion
fire
cameras in
them.
here. That's why you're
Ohio,
fired.
you don't have to give them a reason why they're fired.
Yeah.
You can fire anybody for any reason.
Hey, they're walking you out, bud. You're fired.
Yeah.
So you're not stealing shit. If that's why you're back here getting fired. And if you were stealing, that's why you're getting fired. They're walking you out in cuffs.
I mean, that is.
Yeah, you're going out.
I did used to love watching a fucking thief at a fucking big box store get walked out because it's just so funny because you're like, anything that they're stealing is normally never an amount of money that I'm like, well, that exceeds your paycheck. Yeah. I'm always just like, yeah, you're losing your job over like, man, dude, you stole 12 DVDs. I'm like, what the fuck is that even for? People love just stealing shit that you're like, this
collection.
They don't get you for the 12 DVDs. They get you for the 144 because you've done that 12 times.
Well, but then they would get cashiers all the time at Target for, if you buy 3 paper towels for, which is like $92 for it's got to be like a 6, if you get like a 16 pack of 3 16 packs of paper towels, the Life Supply, we'll give you $5 in a gift card. And these cashiers are like, oh, they're not even paying attention.
Oh, I remember this.
And they'd scan the gift card and like pocket it, and then like 2 days later use it at the store.
It's tracked.
And it's just like,
yeah, you
sold this. This is your gift card.
And you're using it?
I clearly see what's going on. And then, because they use their discount too. Because of course.
Hell yeah.
And then
flagged 3 times in this transaction.
And then you go, and now you're fired over $15. It's like, the guy who stole the candy is the worst.
Oh yeah, that one was funny.
He's older than me. He used to hang out at this Lakewood bar, I guess. And he used to tell me, he's like, oh, I ran these sporting goods stores, blah, 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 and then we went out of business. But all these guys got fucking story. This dude's so fucking red in the face. I was like, dude, you're probably drunk right now from last night. And he got busted because he was stealing candy bars, like in his backpack. I was like, this is what we catch 13-year-old kids for. Yeah. You're a 50-year-old man stealing candy bars. What is it like? Are you on the train selling these?
Yeah.
He's dancing around a little bit.
Have they heard the story about the duster guy?
Which duster guy?
The guy at Target that used to always buy the computer duster.
Oh, dude. I don't know. Have you? Dude, we had a duster.
This one.
Alright, so this dude used to come into Target and buy duster. And people were like,
computer dust.
You know,
like the shit that you spray off your
can.
keyboard with.
And the one time he goes into the bathroom and he's smart. I mean, this is probably Danny Ocean style mentality. You know what I mean? He says, dude, I'm going to pull my pants down like I'm taking a shit in here. Very unsuspicious. But I'm really doing a bunch of duster.
Couldn't
so
wait. Hold on, he works here?
No. He was just buying duster at Targets and getting like fucked up in the bathroom, which is just a very cool day to day. Like going on Google Maps to figure out which Target is your sweet spot today. But so he's sitting on the toilet with his pants down doing duster, and the excitement of the duster just knocks him straight forward, which thus opens the door. Thus having him laying on the ground with just like his ass like directly up
in the air.
And someone's like, oh my god, this guy's dead in the bathroom. And I was like, oh fuck. Because in my mind I'll be,
you saw him go in there and you probably knew it was
I had to go in there and be like, yep, that is what you've described. It is what it is. And then someone's immediately, my first thought is, if I have to call 911, it's so much paperwork for me. And a woman goes, I've called 911. I go, oh, perfect. And I stopped caring almost immediately after that, because it's like, what am I? I'm not going in there to do anything. This guy's doing duster. You paid in cash. I mean, that's not my problem. And then
he paid in cash.
Yeah, I mean, what? You know, it's a good tender. I mean, I'm sorry. And then
it's all over, bro.
Then they did find a guy who had died behind a Target, and I think it was the same guy because he was high on duster and passed out and froze to death. But I mean, hey man,
Target, right?
Dude, if you want to do shitty stuff like that, that's kind of the game. You're already hopping around Target to Target doing duster.
Is there a Steel Yard Target anymore?
In the heart of the game. I mean, isn't that like a warrior's
still
death?
There?
Yeah. That's like a warrior's death.
I don't think so. The last time,
it's bad.
No, the last
he's
time
going to Duster Valhalla.
I was working at a shoe store in Steel Yard last January, and there was a robbery. There was like a set of few robberies in a row. But there was like, I think like 4 or 5 people just got robbed. Yeah. And this was in the middle of like a grand opening for us.
Oh, yeah.
So like the rate, like 107.9 was like shout outs. They were setting up in the front. Mm-hmm. And again, you know, everybody's like, Chaz, can you go talk on the mic for us? You know, we don't, every job I'm at is like, hey, we don't talk. You got to talk.
I guess.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I go to sit on the mic. I'm like, yo, what's up? We ready? They like, nah, you got to make sure everything. We got to wait on this guy to come through today. There's some bunch of shit going on, all these robberies out here. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, a couple robbers. You ain't see none of that shit? I said, no, it's a grand opening. I'm working. Like, why would I?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
but
I actually came for that.
Yeah,
and it turns
yeah,
out I also
but-
work here, so it was
but
kind of a win-win for it.
then when I wanted to go on like a little lunch after I said what I had to say on the radio, and everything was closed. So I'm like, oh, they like the shit shut down because of this robbery, or like, he was robbing everybody. You know where they say he was robbing everybody at?
Hold on. At Burlington?
First try, yes. He was robbing niggas at the front door of Burlington and fucking Steel Yard. If I'm tripping, I'm tripping.
It was just one dude.
I'm pretty sure. Or like,
Resellers are pissed.
I was gonna say Walmart.
I think
Parking
Walmart's
lot?
like neutral ground.
yeah, it looked like it. It was cool over there. Everybody got to get eggs and shit, and that shit already $12. We don't got time for you. No, they do. I knew it. I know somebody that left.
Oh, yeah.
I know somebody that was like working there for a second, like covering, and they left from there, and it was like could barely get to their car and get out of the parking lot because someone definitely got shot in that moment.
Yeah.
People get, like, I go down, every time I go to Walmart, I get anxiety.
Because it's not fun to be down there. It's like you're in a Death Valley.
Bring the blammer.
Literally. There's just always something happening.
Bring the blammer, nigga.
Just turn into the baby.
It
Sorry.
is. It's an area.
Down in a steel yard.
But
Niggas don't fight.
The craziest part about it is it just immediately started that way. Like it didn't it didn't devolve
Hey.
from like a nice like Crocker
So
Park's kind of like not as cool as like it once was. You're kind of like, yeah, it is what it is, whatever. Like things or like South Park Mall or fucking what's the East Side one that used to be
Beechwood.
nice.
Randall.
Beechwood. Oh,
Beechwood, Randall,
No,
both of
no.
Richmond.
Beechwood. The last couple of times I was there, granted, one time I was drunk and I did make a scene, but every other time someone else has been making a scene. So I felt like I just kind of did my duty that day because I was drunk at the Louis Vuitton thing and insisting they made the multicolor keep all.
There's always a problem.
And the guy's like, I don't think so. And I was like, I know it exists, dude. And he's
There's-
like, they've never made it. And I'm like, dude, I'm on 2 Four Locos right now. And I'm going to fucking dust you in knowledge. I've been reading Hype Beast and High Snobiety all day. You're toast, brother. You're toast, brother.
Yeah, you guys don't have it. You don't know about it.
Yeah.
You're a bum. You shouldn't be working here.
I probably know that guy now. That guy's like, yeah, I remember you.
Bruh, working in the Saks but not for Saks, I saw so much shit, and it was so great to be like, hey, I can't help you. People would be like, no, I'm tired of this motherfucker. Can you? No,
I don't work here.
But
I don't work for
what
Saks.
I was saying, Steel Yard started out just like, hey, again, the joke is, it's STEAL. It's Steel Yard. Everyone's just stealing shit constantly. The whole place has just been like a Grand Theft Auto map. I mean, it's just kind of fucking like a little nuts out there. Anytime.
You know when they did that like survey on the worst WalMarts in America?
Oh
Steel
my
Yard was like the
Yeah,
worst,
Steel
right?
Yard was
Steel Mart was
number one.
But the criteria for that was how much product is stolen from
Yeah.
from the location throughout a year, and on
Yeah.
average, that one ranked the highest.
So,
Go in there, there's some shit going on.
but that's the okay.
Always.
Dude, it's crazy.
But here's the thing. That's only gonna be number one because they closed Bedford then. Because if it was based on thievery,
Well, Bedford
like,
had just been.
oh
Bedford had just
my
been.
God.
Club.
Bedford
after
had
the
been ramshacked.
Yeah, I was
There
gonna
was
say,
it opened
nothing
24
in
hours.
there.
Yes.
Oh
It's
my
like you
God.
leave the club, like you leave the
Yeah.
club and you be like,
I've never
"Oh, we're just
seen.
gonna go to Walmart."
No, like seeing an abandoned Walmart was crazy.
That first off, I feel like the Bedford Walmart, the word had been pillaged. Like I imagine by the end of the time, they were just like, "There's nothing to take."
That sound. I'm about to say pillage.
Guys are lifting up the shelves.
Pillage still kind of sounds honorable. That shit was
I feel like it
ramshacked.
takes a lot
It
of
ran-
Dogged.
I used to be
close.
sitting in the parking lot and you'll see people working there running through the parking lot, and then the police pull up. It's like, oh, y'all like really chasing people out of here.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like it takes a lot for Walmart to close any location.
Yeah,
Exactly, because they make money.
They
But
make a lot of
yeah.
you're
No matter
doing
how much
this
is
much You guys are having this much theft. These guys are that fucking bored over here. Really?
I mean, you gotta understand the location where it was at too.
Nah, I don't. Because what the fuck are y'all doing over there? What could niggas be doing over there where they just so bored? They just like we're gonna tear this Walmart out. Like, damn.
It is kind of a weird.
There's nothing else to do.
It's kind of a weird white person.
You getting sprayed
It's a
nothing?
weird.
What's up with the graffiti? Like, you niggas don't do no graffiti no
It's
more. What happened to like the
It's a weird white people thing.
But
Like
what-
that to have like Bedford doing it. I'm just saying it's like country hillbilly people are always like, well, we're just at Walmart all the time,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like for like to me again, after hours clubs doing graffiti, possibly breakdancing. I don't know.
Yeah, what
But
happened to all the
there's
other
just stuff.
what happened to all the other
that I
rebellious
think
things
that's
niggas
cooler.
used to do? Yeah, you used to do other like rebellious shit. Y'all, now they.
Walmart after the club.
That-
Hey, look, why don't y'all go skate or something? God
That's
damn.
I
Fucking
never.
I never even heard that.
I don't like going
What,
to the
skating?
casino.
No.
Y'all must not have shit
Going
do
to
out
Walmart
Yeah.
after the club.
Shout out to gas station.
Go
Sour.
there. They got the
Eat.
food, they got
What
Auntie Anne's
food do you
open
eat
24
at
hours.
Walmart?
Subway.
Shit.
Auntie
gas
Anne's.
shit.
That's why you go to the corner store.
Gas station or
They
corner
didn't
store.
have Auntie Anne's ever
Well, no,
in the
not
Bedford
after the
Walmart?
club.
I don't think they ever had.
Ever?
What franchise
I
is
don't know.
like
I've never been
this?
to one
Seems
with
like
Auntie
the spot.
I think that. Still,
I never
that was
been
the
one with
first
Auntie
time I
Anne's.
seen
That's some
Auntie
bull.
Anne's
I don't believe that.
at
I don't believe that. I don't
They have
believe
the
that.
Subway.
Yeah, they had the stuff.
I had a Subway.
Was it
in
just
the
guys
line.
stealing like the deli meat?
Of course they do it. If South Euclid got one, I feel like damn near every big Walmart got an Auntie Anne's as well as Subway.
The one in Lorraine was Subway.
You said what?
Just Subway in Lorraine.
The real big ones have the arcade.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
that's like a
That'd be
super
amazing.
target.
That'd be amazing.
People are like, "Where's the deli at?" I'm like,
You guys didn't have an arcade at your after-hour spot after the club?
"Oh, dude, that
Oh, that Walmart had been put the
Dude, you
video
could've been
games
getting,
up,
like,
buddy.
Shit out of the cream machine.
dude, those like popcorn, hot dog, Pizza Hut things that Targets used to have, yo, I swear to God, 2 times a year, that thing probably makes about $42 to $37 a day. Like that's
Yeah.
what that portion of the business.
Is that why they're never on anymore?
yeah, they never
Yeah,
make shit for
but
it
but
anymore.
somehow
I never
2
see
times a
anything
year
like that.
the grease trap overflows. So it's like a Friday night manager. They're like, "Well, yeah, you're technically in charge of that too." And I'm like, "Hey, the grease trap's overflowing. Could you help out?" And I'm like, first off, don't say it that way. The grease trap overflowing is a huge problem, you fucking
yeah,
idiot.
it's not over.
Do you not comprehend the problem going on here? And it's like, it's like, well, did you let anyone know it was full? And they're like, oh, I guess we are supposed to turn the sheets in. And I was like, I hate everyone who works at this fucking place. Everyone who works at a store like that is actively against you as a coworker. And whether it's intentional or not, they are actively.
Yeah, making your job.
A guy came in one time and he runs in and he goes, "Oh my God, I got this psychopath behind me. You got to help me." And I go, "What's happening?" And this guest comes in and goes, "Yeah, this guy just like cut me off and like into a parking space and then flipped me off and told me to fuck myself." And it's like him and his child, and I'm like, "Yes, correct. I'm incredibly
work
sorry
at
about
Target.
that. I am actively here's $50 on a gift card for
this person
you."
calling you,
And then I'm like, I
Hold
tell
on, your employee
gate-
did this to them?
yeah, the employee, because first off, it's like, bitch, you're supposed to park far away. Why are you trying to park in like
Oh,
the
who is
front
your
spot,
employee?
you dumbass? He cuts someone off who's in the car
That's
with a
literally
child.
employee like rule numero uno. If you have a
these-
car and you get to work with your car, you park far as fuck from the job so we can let the customers park closely.
Yeah, but all these dudes are fucking idiots. And then he's like, yeah, I'll probably get in a big altercation. No way he's coming into the store that I work at that we're parked in front of. No way I'm going to deal with this later on. And then he runs in while this guy's like, hey, trying to call him over. And he's like, this guy's after me. I was like, go to the office.
This guy's after me.
And the guy comes up to me. He's like, yeah, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. Here's $50.
yeah.
I don't
Now All of
know.
a sudden, you
Is
have
this
to
gonna-
answer for this.
Yeah, I don't know.
fucking-
First off, I'll tell you right
bullshit.
now. You think that sucked for you? I I've worked with this guy for 2 years. I deal with that shit fucking 3 days a week, baby. That's a guy I have to rely on. He's actually in the top 3 spot. That's a top 3 fucking employee I have. Think about the life I fucking live. Is the fucking moron who flips off a customer and steals his spot before coming into work is a top 3 guy I got. A guy I go, hey, I can trust you. So, yeah, I get your frustration, sir. I'm right there. Here's $50. I'm sorry.
Now fuck off.
Jesus Christ. I feel like a parent. But yeah, that was...
The American workforce is so cheeks.
Dude, it's not good.
So...
Not everybody want to be clothing designer.
Well, of course. That's the best job. I have a box of shirts underneath my bed.
I'm actually...
telling you so.
Yeah, I'm actually... I actually sell
50
knickknacks
shirts
now.
under my bed
So
telling
You guys want one?
I sell knickknacks now. So
Hell yeah.
Knick-knack?
That's right.
What kind of
Coffee
Coffee
knickknacks?
mugs,
I
and
do, I
pens and
know.
pencils, and things of that sort.
Of what sort?
Coffee mugs, pens and pencils,
Yeah.
erasers, things of that sort. Yes. You know
You're
Yes.
on Etsy?
what I'm saying? Got probably. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon.
I think that's cool.
That's
I
right.
think...
Like yeah, got like a little pinky
Guy like
eraser
me?
with the stamp on it. Yeah.
Hey,
And you put your logo on it?
I said the stamp. Yes, that's certain.
first off, who has Lil Wayne Tour Glass mugs from 2006? Shout out.
Talk to
I
this
know
man.
about the knick-knack game,
Talk to
dude.
this man. He
I
has
have
it.
a topless woman shot glass from
You know what
Las
I'm saying?
Vegas.
You know what he got me for Christmas?
Banger.
Banger. Sitting on my stairs.
Oh, you like
Every time
Frank
You
Sinatra.
like the eBay chick for 40-year-old version.
Yeah. Oh, can I
Okay.
buy these? I want to buy these
Can't buy 'em
boots.
right now.
I haven't
Can't
seen
buy
that
'em
movie
right
in a
now.
grip, but okay.
You have to buy 'em.
Jonah Hill's trying to buy the boots, and she's like, "Yeah, you can't buy these right now. You gotta buy them on eBay." And he's like, "But I'm here, right now with money." She's like, "You gotta go on eBay and get them." He's like, "I'm gonna just give you this money and just get out of here."
What you got an eBay store for?
Well, I have a storefront.
I remember
if you're
months-
just
Yeah,
running-
like-
That was, but now I'll be honest, that whole thing, because there were stores for a minute that were like in malls that were like, we're an eBay store and we have all this
Oh.
stuff, but those got taken
Okay,
over.
like that usually means like you have more than what
But those
you
got
have
taken
in your
over by
store.
like shitty, not all shitty, but predominantly shitty shoe stores that are just like, hey, here's shoes that are pretty suspect if they're real or not, and it's just like 2 guys and you're like,
Majority shitty.
very an adult looks at it or someone who knows what's going on, you're like, yes, don't purchase any of these items. None of this is good.
The born and
I
raised
can't-
dunks that are
Yeah,
$150.
the new born and raised that are just everywhere. Yeah, that is, those kind of stores are insane to me. Going shoe shopping at the mall is kind of an insane thing to me now.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I'm
I
doing.
feel like most
I
like,
just
resale places you won't even be able to try them on before you
I
Be wrapped in plastic.
my
buy them. So
No.
If it's wrapped in plastic, don't go.
I went one time with my buddy told his younger brother, they're like big age gap apart. He's like, oh, if you get these grades, I'll buy you new basketball shoes. And we went to the mall, and we're like in a Foot Locker, and I was like, what the fuck is any of this shit? I've never seen these goddamn shoes in my fucking I'm like looking around, I'm like,
I
is this like
never
an
watched
alternate
that.
universe?
Walking in the chains now, you're like, this is terrible.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's all like high vis colors, so your eyes hurt a little bit.
Inside Beachwood Mall now. Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Villas in Beachwood now?
Yes.
Love
Finish
that.
line, they took finish line out.
Nigga, I knew when they
Because
were
don't they have a
gonna
JD
do it.
Sports
I know
now?
who they got to run
They
it. I
own
still
their
know
own
who's
finish line.
overseeing it. I know all that shit.
Oh, so it was pointless to have both of them. Then they got
Hey.
the Hype Beast store downstairs now.
Just
What's
called
called
Hype.
No, not Hype. It's
Totally
the
trust.
store is, H&M.
Oh, it's another
It's
one.
like a whole. It's like the typical white everything.
yeah,
with
sterile
the
as fuck.
Yeah.
chrome
No
hearts and all
character.
that stuff
Yeah.
in it, the bear bricks inside.
And
of
it's
it.
it's like
It's like
I
the 4th one in that mall now.
yeah, but it's all that shit is like one.
One by Brigade been doing a good job. They still open.
Shout out Brigade. That's right. I just copped this in that bitch.
But that like Brigade and certain places have an identity where like so many of those stores people open up and you're just like, Yes, we get it. White walls. You own some bear bricks. This is all very impressive to me. I've never seen anyone with this kind of Travis Scott collection. I hate this place. I want to leave.
Yeah, like a curated actual like selection of stuff.
Well, yeah, just
Where it's
having.
like, I know I could get this at this place.
Yeah, like seeing a bunch of Chrome Hearts and Hellstar and Palm Angels. I'm like, I get it, man. I don't want to pay for any of this because it's all overpriced.
You all
This is
don't realize who the clientele is.
I know.
Sad.
That's what I'm saying. I know who's like going to get it, but I'm just
Kids,
like,
bro.
it's fucked up that kids are like, this is the cool thing to wear. And I know it's not all kids.
Yeah.
The
It's the
kids
majority,
are
though.
allowed-
It's a
It's the
combination.
majority.
No, there's a group of kids who aren't fucking posting their entire lives on the internet trying to be cool, who aren't just wearing that
For
shit.
I don't think that
There's
new
like
gen.
regular kids.
I don't
We
think the
just
kids
see
who.
the shitty kids who wear all the hell.
I don't think the kids who wear it are posting themselves for real. It's only like a few kids in this new generation that are posting themselves. Most of these people are like
Yeah,
2 pics on their profile, maybe like some vague story posts and shit.
this is I forget. Someone was maybe a comedian. Someone was talking about this, but they theorized that our generation being so into social media is like when your parents are into some shit and you're like, yo, dude, that shit's fucking
For
dumb as hell,
sure,
dude. I'm not trying to
yeah.
be fucking. Yo, get off your phone. You're embarrassing, dude. Stop posting every day. You're not getting famous. Relax.
Right.
And it's like, I hope to God that is the mentality.
that's actually
Because then
funny
it
as
is
fuck,
nice that
yeah.
kids are like, yeah,
On
I'm
their
just
own
gonna go
time.
live life. My parents are
Because
stuck
the
in their
thing-
phone.
The thing with us though too is
Yeah.
we had that growing up. Like
Yeah.
social media kind of came later, where we still had a good balance
Yeah,
of
we
like
had both.
Yeah.
outside. And you use social media to go outside essentially.
We got addicted as like either like late teenagers, young adults. So it's like we're in a prime time where it's like when that shit came out, that shit is when we're like, ooh, addictive stuff rules.
Yeah.
And your brain just gets consumed with it. And if you're really into it, again, your kids are just gonna be like, yo, dude, get off your phone. It's embarrassing that you're looking at all this shit. I hate this.
Our generation,
And-
our generation's
They'll
just
be-
not having kids. dude.
There's always gonna be. It's
Our
always gonna.
generation's just not having kids.
It's always
That
going to
too.
exist, but it's just not going to be as prevalent for them. Where it's like, oh, these are like kind of cringe, corny people, or it's like info stuff. It's just not going to be used. It's going to be used more as a hammer and less as a mirror. Where like a lot of people use social media as like this mirror of like who I am or like what I want to put out there. Where it's like it should be more of like a hammer, where it's a tool to like develop something for you.
For sure.
You know, it shouldn't be like something that you're like, I gotta post this picture of me at the party so everyone knows I was at this party. It's like, no, I just use it to like push my brand or like as corny as that is. It's like I'd rather people do it for that than like,
See, I really want to get free clothes.
yeah, agreed. I was saying, dude,
Like, what if I
I was trying to get just how to send me the fucking spider on. No
What?
response.
You trying to get what?
The spear-dons?
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you said
The
something.
spider-ons.
No, I thought you said spray grounds.
Spider-dons.
Ground.
I'm
Are
trying to
you,
get a
are
bunch
you
of spray-
hip it? I know you
I'm
hip to them,
actually
Tone.
trying
You got
to-
hella little siblings. I know
trying
they
to get-
wearing them to
They
school.
don't fuck with none of that.
Oh, they don't?
They're white.
So?
I hate to
sold
tell you
hella
this.
spray grounds to white kids.
I think we've taken over as main buyer of the spray ground backpacks. It's
Well,
just
they're not.
shitty
They don't
one-
be trying to get fly though. That's the thing.
I'm about to say, I sold spray grounds to white kids. Them niggas be doing.
Yeah,
I was gonna
no,
say,
they don't be trying to get fly.
the side of their heads are all shaved. And the
Nah,
top long.
nah.
What, the shoes?
Not the book bags.
Yeah, they all look like Babe.
Like fake babe.
Fake bait, fake Louis Vuitton. You know, the feather.
One of my coworkers just bought their son when they went back to school to get
Nah, I'm a Jan Sport. My kid's gonna have
Yeah,
a Jan, classic Jan Sport.
Solid block code.
And honestly, I might hit
Get
that.
their initials stitched up.
I might hit that thing through a professional distresser just to make sure it looks like this. This bitch is hand me down.
Just find it.
They're like, yeah, it's pretty old.
These graphics, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the Gigantopithecus chasing down a tiger. Live
Yeah.
photo, real.
I'm big on Jan Sports and the classic LL Bean. That's really what
Oh.
we come down to.
Dude,
yeah,
the-
custom LL Bean double zip with the big ass. Come on, B. You know,
I've been collecting
The
backpacks
boats,
for a
boats
long
and
time.
totes, LL Bean tote bag.
so
Grail.
my mom got
Are
me
you-
and my sister
Roy's
custom
pulling 'em
book
up, dude.
bags.
Rory, let me get the fucking.
She already knew my favorite color: royal blue, LL Bean with the doubles, nigga. Royal blue and gray with my initials on the back. I came to school and got roasted.
Yeah, I bet.
I thought this shit was fire too.
It is fire.
That's why it was on my. It was like, Chad, you thought
They were
this shit was fire,
hating.
didn't you?
Look where you are now, though. Look where you are now. Come on. Double G's on the damn glasses.
Hey.
They might not see it on the camera, but they're double G's on the damn glasses.
Hey.
Come on.
Concepts, people.
That shit was crazy. I walked into school thinking that it was one of the few times where I really thought I was fly too.
Oh, that is a fucking.
Is that an LL Bean joint?
Yeah, boats and totes, dude.
That's fucking fire.
Paris Fashion Week.
Who was?
You.
Yeah, getting smoked. Getting smoked.
Wait, what happened at Paris Fashion Week?
It wasn't it was a handbag.
No, this is the.
No, mine was a book
This is an
bag.
old vintage.
Yeah, that's why when I seen that, I was like, y'all was going to school.
Oh no! I had a book. I had a real book bag. No.
I totally would have owned going to high school with a tote bag though. Motherfuckers would not have, because we got we got book bags banned.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers were hats.
Get the fuck out of here.
Band
We got
is
book bags
crazy.
banned after what? Our freshman year we
Yeah.
could use book bags, and then after that,
You're part of this.
yeah.
Oh, you guys are
Oh, we-
fucked up.
And then
Dude.
after that we weren't. allowed to use
Rory,
book
I'll
bags.
tell you, dude, we were
Rory's
fucking.
hectic.
What the fuck is this?
Book
Rory,
bags
I'll
were
tell you.
banned because kids were using them to tote drugs around and sell them throughout the
Tote
day.
drugs.
You guys had that many drugs where you couldn't even have a book bag for
Not
school.
guns, but mostly kids just like carrying drugs around in their
So
backpacks.
many
Because-
people were
they-
buying and selling drugs that everyone has to not
Yeah.
have one.
Well,
Oh,
they
you
would
know how
bring,
fucking
they would bring
pissed
in,
I'd
they
be
would
at
bring
you
in
guys
drug
as a
sniffing
classmate?
dogs. Kids would carry them in their backpack because they would bring in drug sniffing dogs.
Oh, and everybody has
And
to
they
be
would-
in the classroom.
They would smell.
The lockers.
They would smell just the lockers.
Yeah,
So kids were like, "Oh, if I
exactly.
carry them in my backpack, then I'll be good."
You're a fucking idiot. Not you, but the people who
No,
thought
yeah.
that. You got
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But we were
So you were allowed to
partying.
use a
dude.
tote bag.
I was hit the
because it
vacuum
was
sealing at
open.
like 12
It
years
wasn't,
old.
Like zipped up, you couldn't
Wait,
conceal
Brush had the
everything,
dogs
even though
come to
you
our
could.
school.
Dogs will find vacuum sealed weed.
We had
Not-
some fucked up kids. At our
Not
high school,
properly.
We had
I
a
don't
bunch.
think-
We were
I ain't
partying,
saying never,
dude. We were
but
having a
man.
good
Yeah,
time in high
kids, a
school.
lot of kids just doing drugs.
Well, I mean, everyone.
Even kids that didn't do drugs, just trying.
Oh,
drugs
dude, it was like
for the
weird,
hell of it.
That was at the grass.
weird.
Because they
kids.
wanted to like do it with their friends. So
Yeah,
they were
no, you
yeah,
would like,
let me try this, and then they were getting sick off of it, like in the middle of school.
dude.
These
I told you
niggas.
guys.
Oh, they would do them at school too.
We had the nerve.
Yeah, they would do them during school.
Yeah,
I
I,
went
They'd
to
be in
Shameless
fucking
High.
study hall, and
What
kids would
the
be
fuck
doing
is
fucking
going
knives
on?
Off their desk in the back.
What's going
doing
on?
lines
y'all?
in study hall.
Y'all for real?
Kids would be doing lines, like kids would be like
In the library.
He would be like, "Yo, the person sitting in front of you, like, it would be like
Block me.
before me."
Hey,
And kids would be like, you
They
would like,
both have
yeah,
this
you would
experience
like,
too,
you would
block
like trying to
from me.
like lean a little bit, so you were like blocking them, like in front of the teacher, and they would fucking like, kids would like cough and shit as like kids were
Yeah.
like snorting a line, so you couldn't hear it. Dude, it was.
You have
fucked
someone
up,
blocking,
man.
someone fake coughing.
It
While
was
someone
like
does
kids
it
were
wrong.
like scheming together to be able to fucking.
P,
do it.
y'all gotta write this.
Kids
Gotta
were
put this
shooting
on
up.
the TV.
There was kids.
This
There was a
ain't-
couple kids.
Hey, I seen the first season of Euphoria. They don't got shit on
There
this.
was a couple kids shooting
Yeah.
up.
Book bag?
There was a couple kids shooting up heroin in the bathroom.
You can't have a book
Oh,
bag.
yeah, dude.
Niggas got heroin.
One of them,
They shooting up.
Dude.
One
They
of
shooting
them
up
shot
boy
up
and
in the
girl in
bathroom.
this bitch.
dude, listen to this. So one of them.
Are
we
you
had-
telling the first
They
period?
shooting
Yeah.
up boy and
So
sniffing
we
girl.
had like 10 periods in a given day. It wasn't like 10 full periods, but 10 periods. And the one like kid that was like
Dope
known in
bag.
our class for like doing it, like everybody in our class knew that he was doing it. He had like
Side
gotten
note.
caught and shit before. Like,
Side note. The same guy who used
caught doing lines.
had used
no,
to.
outside of school he got caught doing it, but the
Oh,
school was like
okay,
trying to
okay,
help
okay.
him rather than like kick him to the curb.
For
and
sure,
be like-
yeah.
So he had a problem. Like both of his, I think his parents both had addictions, so he just had it like he
Passed
was
out.
kind of born with one essentially.
Okay, that's fucked up.
His sister already had one too. So, but so it was like first or
Type
second
shit.
period, and he goes into one of the stalls and he's shooting up, and I guess he passes out with like the needle in his arm. Literally passes out onto like the floor. He's like sitting on the stall or something.
He was sitting there because
sitting
he
on the
just
stall.
sat there
He sat
all
there for the
day.
whole day.
No one ever like. It was just he just chilled there all
Apparently
day.
he-
No one found
No
him.
one found him.
And then he-
Apparently, he woke up like an hour after
School.
school was even let out. Got up and just like fucking
They
walked
didn't
out the
check
building.
the stalls.
No.
Wait. School over where he just walking out like, I guess it's
Yeah.
time for me to go home.
Dude, that's the second time I've heard a story like that, where this dude, Seamus, one time, I see him at the basketball court, shout out Impet Park, and he goes, damn, dude, check it out, I just got a car today. I go, oh, that's sick. And he went to John Marshall at the time, he goes, yeah, dude, I drove to school today. I was so early, I figured I'm going to take a little nap. I slept through the whole day. I woke up at like 4 o'clock. I was like, he skipped the whole day sleeping in your
Fucking sweaty. He woke up. Bro, was like, unless he had his windows down or something, which is
and
also
how are you
fried,
that
bro.
tired?
I was like, that's a fun.
I can't sleep. Well,
again,
bro.
Imagine how many people seen you sleeping.
I need you.
You were the first car in the parking lot.
He didn't.
Everyone walked past.
He forgot to tell Pat I was also on drugs.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say everyone in most of these stories just assume has taken a Percocet.
Oh, Percocet.
Like a Klonopin has at least been consumed.
Can I be so honest with y'all? I've never I popped a perk one time because the hospital like made me when I got a J one time, and my parents were so mad. They were mad. Like I'm like the whitest guy here, bro. My parents were like, "Get the fuck out of here. We're never." I've broken bones and shit, and then my parents were like, "You're not taking shit. You can get a Tylenol."
No, yeah, dude. It is. It's
bro. They don't play that shit.
It's good though to like not be,
bro.
Because I'll tell you this: it's just a mindset of people, and I'm so happy. I say this a million times in my life. Did it in high school. By the time I got to college, I was like, "Yo, dude, funny. You can be super funny stoned. You could be outrageous and hilarious when you're drunk. No one in the world has been entertaining or enjoyable when they're on two Vicodin. They have sat on the couch and someone just goes, "Is that guy dead?" And they go, "Nah, dude, he's just feeling himself. He'll scratch himself in a minute for about 5 minutes, and then he'll just kind of like die back down there. Don't worry about him." It's never like a cool. No one's ever being cool. No one's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm having the time of my life."
Nah, but dead ass, I grew up with like the strictest family because y'all like in like the strictest neighborhood. You know what y'all needed? Bike patrol.
Yeah,
y'all had bike patrol.
Crazy.
A lot of the shit would have been avoided. You know what I'm saying, it's like, damn, we can't do this. Y'all bike patrol out here.
Our school was just full of kids who had their like parents' money just for like them to kind of spend.
It also didn't help that our school had a thing where, all right, so there's a bunch of kids there on scholarships who are like cool athletes from like, hate to say this, east side, not great parts of Cleveland. So it's like a bunch of cool black dudes. Then it's a bunch of rough kids from like West Park who got like money scholarships. So now there's just two groups of fucking cool dudes that rich white kids are trying to impress. And they're like, "Yeah, man, well, we smoke cigarettes. It'd be cool if you could get some cigarettes." They figure out how to get the cigarettes. Oh, you guys like Xanax? My mom's got a ton of Xanax. It's such a weird dichotomy. And because it's not a public school, you don't get the full range of people. Like, it's kind of like at either end. It's like two extremes.
I think it was, Dare really focused on like weed and alcohol. They never focused on like prescription pills or anything.
Yeah, no.
That's where Dare failed us. So fuck you,
Dare did fail us.
Dare failed us. It was all about weed and alcohol.
But there are times in my life that I'm like, man,
Dare didn't get to the heavy stuff with y'all.
They didn't get to the.
They never did like. They're never like
covered like
so
pills and shit.
Yeah,
and
they're never like, so a Xanax. It's a long yellow bar. It's sometimes called a school bus. A Valium, a real one, has a clear V cut through the middle of it, and it's white. It's oblong shaped.
Say if they don't have that, it's not the real one.
That's what we're gonna call a generic pill.
Bro,
when you have a generic pill, the number one thing you want to do is go to Google. Type that number right into Google. Your pill, dictionary is going to come up. That's going to show you exactly what it is.
Bro, I'm out the loop on all this shit. I don't know nothing about it.
I mean, that was just like
shit, bro.
Shit
never been with nobody that wanted it.
You were like, at a certain point, I was like, damn, this dude, motherfuckers are taking Latin right now. just to learn pill names, I think.
Get the fuck out of here.
They're like, oh, that's the doxycycline. So what the doxycycline's going to do, that's going to open up the blood valve.
I don't remember any of that in Latin.
Oh, no, they were doing, like, the high end. Because we'd have smart people doing this shit,
No, my mom made me take Latin for
we'd
2
have,
years.
Like, we'd have the big, like, baller kids where you're like...
Wait, what year? Oh, you talking about high school, though?
Yeah.
No, I took Latin 5th and 6th grade.
Can't get the...
City council trying to stop
5th, 6th grade.
Yep. Took,
We
took
shouldn't
Latin.
have
Trying to
more
stop
There's
smoke shops.
everywhere.
The
don't
smoke
need
shops
more.
should just be actual dispensaries. Go through the full process and be able to sell regular weed. I don't need a place to buy a bunch of grinders.
Yeah.
All right, it's like a bunch of grinders and
Facts.
Louis Vuitton belts, dude. And the Louis Vuitton belts are always like size 42.
And only
I
one
just
of
like
them.
don't understand who they're actually for.
And there's only one smoke shop that has like proper bone cleaners and stuff like that. So I'm not even gonna name
And it's
them.
all
Shout out
stuff
stuff.
that I'm like, everywhere could just sell the 9 products that exist at all those smoke shops we actually need. Everywhere could just sell that. It's just like, be a glass shop. Do artisan glass. That's awesome.
I was gonna say like you gotta get some glassware. though.
Like, I like that, though. Like,
Yeah.
if someone was like, oh, we're not really like a huge smoke shop in that way. We do like artisan glass,
Yeah.
this kind of vibe.
How long should a bong last?
Lifetime.
You think so?
100%.
If you take care of
A
it.
bong should be able to get passed down.
I don't.
What?
So,
I completely agree.
I don't know. You probably could, but
Aaron-
I feel like
No,
feel
you
like-
Fine China.
no, you take you
daily.
you take if you take care of it. If it's something that you
We'll get
spend
more
money
use in the
on,
fine China.
I mean,
got passed
mine-
down to us.
mine I'm treating like a fucking 96 Honda Civic right now. I mean, it's a little beat up, but I didn't pay for it.
I'm
That
treating
was a freebie off someone who invaded my house one time, and that was called the spoils of war.
I'm treating my bong like
Spoils of war.
A bong should get passed down though.
I'm treating
You give
my
that to
bong
your
like
kid.
a 2010 Lexus or something right
You
now.
have to pass
But,
down
like,
the spoils of war.
It's also
That's funny.
it's getting used like a motherfucker. And
I mean-
I bought my wife her own bong, and she was like, and it's better than mine. And she's like, nah, I like this one. It's like fuck. So it's getting dog walked.
Have you ever been in a head shop and got yelled at for saying the word bong?
Yes.
I was in the Kent one once, and my dude just could. It's like the sign on the front says, if it starts with a B and rhymes with gong, it's wrong, wrong, wrong. And my buddy saw the sign, and his mind couldn't go more to just like saying bong. He's like, dude, I love bongs, I love bongos, I love fucking, and like he's just saying it
There's
he's like, this
like Austin
bong's.
Powers in the mole.
The guy's
Yeah,
like, dude,
yeah.
He's like,
You gonna put this big ass sign up, and then now you don't like it's right there in my frontal lobe now.
And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, he's like, yeah, dude, because that's what a cop would say. And I was like, I feel like a cop. This is almost so dramatic.
That's
If
what a
you
cop
thought this
would
was a
say.
cop, you're insane.
So
Just
basic.
gonna follow you
But at the
from
same
the
time,
head
that's the
shop
same-
and get you for your
Same
eighth
guy
of
who
weed.
asked the boss for. He's like, dude, we need money for weed.
That dude.
Hilarious.
Those are my. I mean, those were my boys, dude.
So you have to have at least one more story with these guys.
Oh yeah, I mean these two, they were gonna move into my basement of my college house, and I was like, yeah, dude, but you gotta clean all the walls because there's black mold on the walls. But there was like a bathroom, like it was a couple, like 2 bedrooms. It was like a legit thing, but it's hadn't been used in forever. And it's like, you gotta fucking do this shit to move in. And he's like, all right. And it was gonna be sick because that would have just cut into my rent, cut my shit down crazy. I would have been pocketing like
Kicking it with
$350
your folks,
to
too.
fuck. Yeah. And he starts it one day, and he's doing like the bleach and shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's gonna take a while, but like you just gotta get at it. Come down about 5 hours later, he spray painted the walls gold because
It covers
the
crap.
the mold.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
can't
get through
grow
the
through
spray
gold.
paint. Through gold spray paint, dude.
Not
I
gold.
think not, dude.
Not gold.
A metallic spray paint is gonna get through metal.
I knew that you were gonna say you just painted over it.
Just paint it right over it, and then he just lived down there for this dude fucked girls down there.
Where
I was
was-
like, dude, you took a woman to a dungeon.
What part
Again,
of the,
just another reason that sometimes I hear stories that I'm like, I get why the docks are made.
dude? What
Y'all are
part?
putting yourself in. I've never been to a dungeon.
What part of the West Side is this?
This was in Kent, Ohio, dude.
Okay.
I had it was my basement at a college house.
That's
It
right.
was
That's right.
A
That's right. You
dingy
did say that.
one of his bedroom at one point was just a room we played euchre in. And we smoked cigarettes.
But this is a guy that you grew up with, right?
I didn't grow up with him. I met him in
Oh,
college.
okay.
They were twins.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from West Park. He's Lakewood.
For sure.
I mean, West Park's like, dude, it was the spot. It was the West Side. It was here. I'll be honest though. I can't really claim West Side a lot or West Park a lot because it is not that good. A lot of the guys, it's white Irish people.
Shout outs.
I told the story before.
I'm Black Irish.
A handful of them got WP tattoos for West Park. I did bring up a possible issue that could be construed if someone not from Northeast Ohio and they said, "Wow, you seem to be a avid drinker, smoker, possible drug user with other Celtic tattoos and a WP tattoo. Could it possibly mean white power?" Could that possibly be misconstrued as? And when I brought that up, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. I mean, the guys shook shit. Oh no!
That is amazing.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Guys.
Literally the outline of Ohio with WP and
Yeah.
Old English
Correct.
in the middle.
Oh,
That's
it's
kind of
definitely like-
fire.
Yeah.
So you're not. If I saw a state tattoo with WP, I'm not gonna think, oh, like this state's white
but
power.
if you met the
Yeah,
guys,
but Ohio's also like.
but
It is.
If you kind of
It
met
is.
the guys,
I'm from Ohio,
they're
though, so
gonna-
I don't look at it like that. You know, I've grew up with a lot of other folks.
a lot of guys I grew up with were from West Park,
Oh,
but West Park is predominantly
AP.
white Irish,
Some people
Catholic, kind
people
of
from West Park refer to it
drunks.
as Dub P.
Dub P. And
WP.
I was saying some of the fellas
Shout
got WP tattoos on them, and they also had Celtic tattoos, and I suggested that while I know it's West Park, people outside of the city might think it could be white power.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could be a racist. And as a guy who was very actively listening to rap music and not being racist, I always just kind of had to be like, yeah, that's what I thought, guys. But I don't think anyone else is gonna think it. I think maybe it's just me liking DMX that I thought it was bad. But you guys are probably fine.
So
And guess what? When you go to jail, you've got friends. You know what I mean? You're kind of in a crew.
assume you're in the Ohio chapter.
Yeah. Like they're
Get the
just.
fuck out of
Oh,
here.
I already got a
And a
WP
couple
one.
of them did go to jail.
Yeah.
They probably went in there and got that
Well,
shit spelled out.
Yeah. There's a handful of them are not unaware of the league. Who are the two? I think I told them the story of the two brothers who tried to swim back from Put-in Bay.
The Y-Rocks.
The Y-Rocks did.
Yeah. They were like,
Two-
we're going to swim back from Put-in Bay. From
Well,
Put-in Bay all the way back to, like...
They wanted to go back to Cleveland, so they took a boat, and then the boat capsized, and they were going to swim back.
Yeah.
And then they almost died. And then the Coast Guard had to go get them.
I mean, yeah.
Well, when you're done with the party, you're done with the party. I'm
So if they were geek doing it, yeah, you're chalked.
yeah, they
but,
were-
yeah,
No, they
you're
were
chalked.
fucked up, yeah.
They were fucked up.
The blood was thin.
Yeah, nah.
The blood was real thin.
Yeah, my dad would be
Yeah.
like,
To, like... You know where the ferry runs? They were trying to go that same... Just where the ferry runs.
Oh. So don't they leave from Sandusky?
No.
Yeah,
there's-
no
yeah,
matter-
I guess it is technically Sandusky.
No
right?
matter what.
Yeah, so
The
yeah,
swim is
Sandusky.
not.
Yeah, so like, that's why
Yeah, I think it is technically.
I'm not trying to swim
or-
that far ever.
I don't think any.
Maybe it's
How
Port.
long is the
It might,
boat ride?
it might be Port Clinton.
How far is that boat
Port
ride?
Clinton or something like that, huh?
How far is the boat ride? I only been to Put-in Bay one time.
I've never been there.
It seems like too much white people
No.
shit.
30 minutes?
It's not
Bay is
30
the
minutes.
shit, bro.
It's probably like 20 minutes or so. I mean, you're not going
Slap.
super fast.
A 20-minute boat ride compared to
You swimming?
You literally can pull your car onto the boat, onto the ferry, and it takes you across, or you can just get on. But yeah, they were on. No, they were trying to kayak originally.
They were kayaking, as I
Yeah,
said. and then
they were
capsized.
kayaking, and they both because it was super. They said it was super choppy apparently.
It sounds like a fun destination.
A horrible idea.
Yeah, like,
That's all.
And the water was going crazy?
Yeah,
It's
they
a
said the
horrible
water
idea.
was choppy as fuck. It's usually really choppy in that area because it's like going through. It's a lot of water coming through a tighter area.
So
It just,
why
like,
would they do
creates
it?
And then also with the ferries running through there, that also creates a natural, just like wave
motion
current.
and shit in it.
I'll be honest. I don't think I could. My mind hates the water so much that I would never even be concerned of.
We should
Oh,
try to
I've been
introduce
stranded-
Rattlesnake Island.
I've been
You guys
stranded
try to
in
get to
the
Rattlesnake.
ocean
Ever heard of-
and in
You guys
like
ever heard
rivers.
of Rattlesnake Island?
No,
We should try to infiltrate that.
Oh, Rattlesnake Island's like our own Epstein Island.
no, I'm cool.
wait,
What?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's in Lake Erie.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
like
I thought you were talking about the snake.
it's not
joint, like,
it's not Epstein Island. You're
It's-
thinking the Brazil.
there's
one.
like
yeah.
there's like 20 to 30 houses on it, and they're all like fucking mansions, and they're own like private. You have to be a member
Let me get
to even get onto the
So
island.
is it rattlesnakes on the island?
No,
No.
it's called Rattlesnake
know.
Island, but the best pun of it is the like president of the island allegedly, Bob Serpentini.
Yep.
It's still cars?
So they keep
they
they keep all of their members private because it's technically owned by like a private.
so
private
allegedly
group.
what I said.
So, like-
allegedly.
Yeah, it's owned by a private group, so like technically, nobody's supposed to know like who the members are, and it's supposedly like super rich motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It's some
dude.
weird fucking.
I've heard
Where's
some.
it at?
I think it's like a little bit north of Put-in Bay.
Oh, okay.
But literally, like if you try to pull your boat up to, if you get within like 500 feet of the island, they have just like a fucking boat of security going around the island for like
And
anybody that gets close, and you're not a member.
I'll say
They
this:
can like recognize your boat if you're a member.
if our viewers start donating a little bit more, maybe we can get ourselves out on Rattlesnake Island.
The only way to get the only way to
Tickets
get a
for
member,
$5.
The
Do
only
they,
way to
do
get
they
a
have like
membership.
grocery stores and stuff?
I'm not
I'm not
going.
sure. Apparently, like they
I'm so
said,
cool on
like,
that type of creepy shit.
most people are only up
I'm
there
down for
during
that.
like the summertime, apparently, and they
So imagine dealing with going across that water in the winter.
import like Eastern European
Yeah.
women to come work on the island during the summer for them.
It's like Cedar Point.
So there's like a lot of
It's
like,
like Cedar Point. It's the exact
no,
same
there's a lot of like
way that Cedar
stories
Point
of like
has
people being like,
foreign
oh, yeah,
people
they're definitely
working.
just,
They've
like,
gotta work
flying
too.
in prostitutes and shit all the time. And,
Okay, well, we
it's-
don't know if
It's a
they're
big hell no from your boy. Not
people
going.
are working. We don't know what they're working on. I wouldn't say anyone's a prostitute.
There is an
I did-
airport. You can land your private.
I did.
It's a big island.
Yeah, look it up.
I
You can land your
did.
plane there.
I did see the funniest thing though, where I was
I think there's a
starting.
coast
It's a winery in
I was starting to watch this movie, Way of the Gun.
Perry's Cave Family Fun Center.
So Way of the Gun stars Benicio del Toro and Ryan Phillippe. So the first scene of the movie is just Ryan Phillippe getting in a loud argument with Sarah Silverman while her and her boyfriend are in line for a club and he's sitting on their car. And it's him and Benicio del Toro, and they're using a lot of F-bomb slurs that I like. You're almost. I was like, I had to look the movie up to be like, how old is this? To be like, it's a very exclusive. And then at one point, Ryan Phillippe goes, and I quote, "Shut that cunt up before I fuck start her head." Which I was like, I don't even get it, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked it up, and it came out in 2000. Christopher McQuarrie was the director, which I was like, I feel like that dude's done a bunch of stuff. I didn't look him up, but where you see Sarah Silverman, her character and another character are side by side, and it's just the two character names are Sloppy Prostitute and Raving Bitch. And I was like, damn, dude, girl's got two fucking emotions.
Sloppy prostitute.
Raving Bitch. And I was like, man, dude, they really did the backstory on these ladies.
That is great.
Very character-driven film.
$90,000 to $200,000.
For what?
But they said, but did you
We need to
see
take out a current
$90,000?
current member and then get a
We need to
recommendation.
take out
a recommendation from another member to
They
get
said
it.
Who do you
there's
think's-
only been one person that,
Yeah.
on the census, it says only one person lives with.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah,
it's a group.
that's a census,
Because it's
dude.
owned by like a group, so they only have to file under that like LLC or whatever. the fuck.
Chaz is out. That's fine. I'll
All
get
right.
in there,
We'll find the tunnel.
and I'll bring him back the info.
I'm so against all
We
that
also have to get a
shit.
yacht probably because if we
Oh,
want to
of
like
course
get
we're
on
gonna
the
get a
yacht.
yacht, dude. Are you against boats?
I'm not riding on that yacht with you guys because you're gonna try to take me to that fucking island, and I'm not going.
We're gonna roll up all fancy, dude.
Like I'm gonna eliminate any possibility
We're
of
gonna
me
throw
landing.
rattlesnakes on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw rattlesnakes on the island.
We're listening to Iggy Azalea's "I'm So Fancy," throwing rattlesnakes in turtlenecks in the middle of summer.
with the southern
Welcome
Pat
to the
Really
Really
far
Does
the
This
Gucci.
show.
Hey,
Yeah, welcome to the
with
really
the
does
with
this
the southern
show.
Pat accent going because he's gonna be like a southern
Yeah,
church
Southern
with the
Pat
fucking
accent going.
yeah.
Hot dog boy, we don't come on in here
Come on,
again.
discovered some land here.
Little I done discover a little
Throwing
bit of
rattlesnakes. It's a
land.
southern church, no.
There's rattlesnakes on the island.
Yeah,
It was.
Well,
Huh?
had to have been
back in
like
the day,
This
Pangea.
was a long time
During
ago.
Pangea times.
I was about to say, 'cause why the fuck would a rattlesnake be in Ohio?
well, yeah, they died, dude.
Motherfucker left the zoo.
Maybe.
Yeah, swam all the way
I'm
there.
saying we should just
That's
it.
drive by and throw rattlesnakes
I was-
on there and reenact.
I was saying that.
You know, get the population back.
That
Get them
would
back
be-
going. They're gonna
Get the
survive the winter.
population back up on there.
What if we Ocean's 11 the place?
All
with
right,
but
let's
with
go.
rattlesnakes.
Let's do it.
Then are you in, dude?
Not going.
You know it. You
Simply not.
know it's gonna be
All right, instead
what's-
of Mini Coopers,
Get
what
out.
we're gonna use.
You know, it's
no,
gonna be
not
too
Get
extra.
Out. It's gonna be what's the Tom Cruise
that's
movie
Italian.
with Nicole Kidman?
Vanilla Sky.
No, not Vanilla Sky. The one where they're wearing masks at the
Set it off.
Yes, and that's what exactly what actually was Set It
Set
Off too.
with Tom Cruise.
Set It Off 2, starring Tom Cruise.
Slapper.
What else has been new? I got fucked in the NCAA tournament. Fucking dude, Rick Pitino, suck my dick. And honestly, Richard Pitino, come on right on back, brother.
Dude, I'm so fucking caught up in video games. I'm like, when did you start playing NCAA? But I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, it's March Madness. I did not do a bracket, bro.
I
Basketball?
I haven't
No.
done a
Just
bracket
the
since
football.
like
Just the
high school
football.
or like middle school.
I haven't
I'm
done a
saying
bracket
next-
in
can
like
next
3
year-
years.
I did square.
Can we do next year?
Bracket challenge.
Can we do a bracket challenge amongst like the
Yeah, I'm down.
Really Does This family, and then
Okay.
Thursday, Friday. We
watched
all
Duke.
we all take off Thursday,
have to
Friday,
watch
the
anything.
first day of that tournament, and watch those
And do a
those
live stream.
live stream those 2 days.
I've seen the
Hey.
Non-stop, 48 hour stream.
I love it, dude.
48 hour stream. It's going.
I'll see what I can do.
Dude, I think
I have
that
a
would
year
go-
to plan.
I'm gonna be in the chat like,
Well,
yeah,
it
guys,
ends
could
at a
gotta
certain
have the
point, so
kids.
it's like it's not
dude.
all day, but it's like, dude, you get to watch ball for a good amount of time for 2 days straight, and it's just every team playing.
Bro, I pass out on a lot of bad games. Somebody goes up like
Yeah, but
15,
you're
16.
that's
We're watching all
good
the
stuff
games.
about it.
I'm knocked. Like it's been a lot of
That's why there's
blowouts.
more of us.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
mean,
It was a gift too. Shout out to
Did you
you.
fill out a bracket this year?
Hell no. I haven't done a bracket in like 4 or 5
I
years
usually
now.
don't, but I did this year.
You know
I
what?
like that though.
No,
If I would have done a bracket, Duke would have won it all. That would have been my guess.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And
I got
I
that
would have
one.
had to do a women's bracket because that's more competitive. Like those games,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
bet.
lie to you. Not every game because there's been a lot of blowouts in both leagues. But has anybody been hip to like the Juju and Paige game that was about to happen, but Juju got injured?
I just seen
Yes,
she got
bro.
injured,
Like that was about to
Can-
be the game of the year because it already was almost. And
Dude, can we discuss some of this? If we're talking women's basketball, Angel Reese coming out saying a
With
bunch
her
of
own
shit.
burger.
No, well, with her own
She
burger.
did that already, yeah.
But also saying like, yeah, we should maybe like fucking strike on this shit and blah blah blah. And then
Strike on what?
like because they're
she
not
thinks they
getting,
need to get more money,
And
and,
then-
Why do they think that?
but
she,
then
I don't
Why
know
does she
why
think
she.
that, I should say.
she's saying that, but then who's that girl? Cameron Brink or who's the blonde hair
Yeah.
bitch?
From Los Angeles.
Yeah, she goes, yo, I totally accept what we're getting paid. We should get a pay bump when we get more seats in those stadiums, and like when we get more action going.
Realistic.
Like that is
So-
what it is.
But
yo.
she's, and you know what she's doing?
can't
She's
do it for
placing
1 year.
herself in the right area
Yeah.
so that when those seats get filled, because I'm buying,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
She's saying,
It's gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, hey, you're gonna get paid. Angel trying to go on strike and shit, missing all these layups.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
that shit, dude.
And I ain't trying to be funny though. I
And
don't
it's like,
have a
that's just how
problem.
business works.
I think
how are we
she's.
gonna pay y'all more if we are probably losing money?
I think Angel's nice at this shit though. She's really
No, I
but
think I think she's good, but I think she also like it's like, dude, stop. You're drawing like extra attention that you don't need to do. You're like I think trying to be like, oh, what if we strike? It's
no.
like,
Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. It's your podcast.
but you striking is an insane move.
Yes.
You are in a business that works in the fucking negative.
Yes.
No, but right now you're working your way up and getting yourself into the red
Yep.
and out of the black.
out of the yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, all
Into
right,
the red,
out of the
black.
yeah,
no,
for
she's
real.
trying to
Like
get-
that's what it is.
that's where they are. But they're
and
trying to
it's
get
like,
out of the
you're
red.
trying to
Yeah.
get out of that, and it's like you're trying to get into just like making it. You have people who are working really hard. Yo, that it was it Sabrina Iaconis. Is that her name?
yeah, something.
Dude, her shoe. Usually when people work, if you have a shoe on Nike, and someone wants to wear your shoe, they gotta ask you to wear your shoe professionally. Sabrina Iaconis was like, "Yo, anyone can wear the shoes.
Yeah,
Don't even
no.
hit me up.
People,
go wear the
people
shoes."
wear them in the
And-
league.
and
In
a
the
lot of
NBA,
people wear
yeah.
it, and
A lot of
A lot
NBA
of people
No,
said
that
it's
was
like the best
that was like
shoe.
the
that's
popping the
smart.
shoe
That's
like
A lot of
last
NBA
year.
players wore.
But
them.
that's
Yeah.
why it's smart as fuck, because I don't gotta ask anyone.
Yeah.
Here's a good ass base
Here's
shoe,
my next
and
thing.
that gets people caring. Why I know Sabrina Iaconis.
You know why they would get? You know how they can get more money? I feel like the NCAA is always in the fucking way.
Of course.
Like now they're trying to pay athletes, but they're not. They're trying to keep women there for years. Dude, Paige should have been out of the NCAA already. She should have
Oh,
been
yeah.
getting worked over
Exactly.
her rookie season and then being ready to ball with the WNBA
Yeah.
on her sophomore year.
Yeah.
Now, like
Exactly.
right now. You feel me? She's in the same class as Caitlin Clark. Not saying
Yeah.
that she like is in the same grad. She could have been in the
But-
same graduating class last year.
No,
but
for sure.
But
she-
no, like talent wise,
yes, she's been in there.
But
So-
there's-
and
She might
Juju as
end up
well.
being better in the WNBA.
Honestly,
than
her
I think
and
she
the,
is going
like
to be.
Juju, I just got hip to this girl from not Mississippi State, but
South Carolina.
no, I've been hip to them. Arkansas, I think,
Arkansas.
or Alabama. No, Alabama. The girl from Alabama. Then the center on USC. I wasn't hip to her. She's fucking nice. She dropped
But that-
37 as soon as Juju went down.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like now that people are
It
getting
can-
more aware of
It
it.
needs to be a 2-year thing, not this whole 4-year
Of
minimum.
course,
Like,
dude.
hey, give these girls 2 years in the NCAA. If they ball out her averaging 26,
It's a
27
4-year minimum for WNBA.
for girls, yeah, they have to wait
Oh, I thought
Insane.
It was
They have to play all 4 years.
in
thought
the
it was
in the
three.
NCAA to get to
No,
the
it's-
WNBA where they don't
I
make
know
that
it's
much
3
money.
for guys. I thought it was 3 for girls. But
Nah, it's 2
is-
for guys.
Oh, it's 2 for
It's
guys.
2 for guys and it's 4 for women.
That's stupid as fuck.
I'm gonna be
It's
completely
fucking
honest
terrible.
with
How
you.
does that
I-
make sense?
It doesn't make sense to me.
Here's-
Flaugier should have been gone already.
Probably,
like,
probably because there's not a lot of spots.
I've
They're
said-
like, hey,
I've said this a million times though, dude. Like, yo, if you were an 18-year-old adult and a team that a professional sports team that is worth potentially $1 billion, hundreds of millions at least, decides to choose you in a draft, and if and like if
You
you
might get some weird results.
if you were at that point and a team decides to draft you, that's on that team. You should legally be allowed.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be, like, I understand that NBA or like high school to NBA is the most common one. Yo, motherfuckers,
but
teams.
You wouldn't want an 18-year-old kid going into the NFL though.
I agree, but what NFL team
Is going
goes,
to draft.
I'm going to draft this
Right,
guy?
right. I see
Just
what you're
because you
saying.
enter yourself,
Yeah.
an NFL team goes, well, that'd be crazy. You got to play college. But in basketball, in hockey, it's like, yo, if you're at this level, at this point in your life, and we feel like you have played against people older than you, it's not going to be that different.
Yeah.
What's the age for hockey to get drafted?
18.
18.
You can have an 18-year-old in the
baseball,
NHL.
Baseball's like if you're walking. They can
Yeah,
draft you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain sports where it's like, I agree.
Soccer also, they can sign you to a contract when you're like
15.
like
13,
15 over in
14.
Europe. Or no, yeah, you can even be younger.
That I just watched a thing where, who was it? Freddie Adu. Freddie Adu was like drafted when he was like 16.
Wants to fucking take a draft pick on baby Gronk, then so fucking be it.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're not going
to get destroyed.
How much resources and time are you going to put into somebody like
draft
baby
this
Gronk?
18-year-old kid, he's probably not going to go high, but then you could like raise him around NFL for 2 years.
But what a financial risk you're taking on doing that over, like, again, in basketball.
You have to put so much resources
these
into
girls,
that
these dudes should be. I get that it fucks up the NCAA, and I totally understand that. But also, maybe it kind of like evens out the NCAA where these
for sure does not hurt it because every year is going to be something new. So you're going to have something exciting.
You have people who also,
and it's like, this is a school, bro.
You know how many
this
people,
isn't a basketball organization.
You know how many people enter those drafts and don't get drafted?
Yeah.
There are dudes all the time who are like, I put my name into the draft. It's like, yeah, baseball has 1,600 rounds of drafts. It's like 5 kids from our fucking high school got drafted, and it's like, yeah, dude, this guy sucks. These guys are literally on steroids. They're going to get $50,000 from the Mets and never really play baseball ever in their life.
Yeah.
It's like you played single A, you got $50,000, bought a car, and now you live in like a shitty suburb in New Jersey.
Man, I be hip to like a lot of up and coming or trying to be up and coming baseball players. Shit is rough. Like them niggas be playing in.
There's so many leagues. There's too much.
But
baseball has so much pro. And hockey's a little bit like that.
Pro.
Where it's like dudes can be again, pro, but you're like, hey man, you have another job. I took an Uber. Shout out Cleveland Crunch, but he's like, yeah, I play for the Cleveland Crunch, our indoor team, and I was like, that's sick. I love this, but also you are driving me to the bar. So, obviously the Cleveland Crunch aren't paying a ton. I don't think you're like a guy who's like, well, I love decadence, so I have to make up the money.
That's fucked up.
But it's like, there are dudes who just, shit, if I get paid $20,000 to play fucking any game, whatever.
I respect
for
that
a
for the
season.
people that want to do that. Yeah.
And there's no sport that's all year long.
There was a kid from our high school that got drafted by the Indians, Levisky.
Yeah,
got drafted by the Indians. And
shout out, we have
got a $1 million signing bonus and ended up blowing it all on drugs.
Yeah,
golly,
dude, we had
golly,
that's fucked.
There was a fucking dog soccer player who went to our school though. We had Darlington Nagby, dude.
Golly,
he fucking won. And here's the thing, I had a class with that dude. Quietest motherfucker you'd ever meet. Most humble dude.
Smart.
And everyone at that school is like the biggest loudmouth motherfucker about like, if you're on their actual team, you're like, yo, you should shut the fuck up. You ain't that good. But everyone else is like, well, is this guy the best dude? You're like, that guy sucks. This dude blows. DB fucking, or Darlington was fucking super chill, super quiet. I remember when Akron won nationals, I was like, oh shit. Then he just went and played pro and it was like goal of the year. Winning, I think he's won like 3 or 4 fucking four championships in like MLS. And it's like, granted, and he gets it too. I think all those dudes in MLS like understand like I might not be Euro soccer, but it's like MLS is good.
MLS is cool, and it's getting bigger.
He could play Euro soccer if he wanted to, for sure.
You think he
could?
could?
The reason why he never has is so he's originally from.
No.
I don't want to mess.
If you say the wrong one, then we're canceled. We
Yeah,
can never
so-
do this shit. Oh, wait, hold on.
He was born.
Can you?
He was born.
Uganda.
He was.
Darlington Nagby.
He was born in Africa, and he never had his full citizenship until
It was
after
Nigeria.
college.
None of us
actually.
want to say it.
Googled
So
it.
he was supposed to be the number 1 draft pick to Toronto, who had like an expansion team that year, and he refused to try out for them and told them to not draft him because he had to stay. He had to keep living in
America.
the United States for such a long, like a certain amount of period of time to get his full citizenship. And if he got drafted and had to move to Toronto, that would have messed it
Ruined
up.
it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he basically told them, "Do not draft me with the number 1 pick. I'm not going to come play for you guys."
Which is the
and so he
most
got drafted number 2 to Portland.
most
That's
le-
fucked
most
up.
legitimate though.
But he
For
had
the
reason-
team, because they're like, I want the best dude. You can't have
they
him.
took his teammate from Akron, like with the number 1 pick.
But I'll be
He was
honest,
also
that
like, a beast. Also.
for the amount of people who have told teams like, "Yo, don't draft me,"
That's like a
that's the least dickhead
For sure.
like reason.
yeah.
Yo, Shador Sanders is like,
He
yo,
hasn't even done that though. Like the Mannings,
they-
I think about
the
Eli.
Mannings did it.
Shador hasn't said
Eli
anything.
Manning, they did that for
Everybody
No,
is, like, trying
but-
to say
Yeah, Eli
No.
Manning is the one that
Well, no.
comes to mind. They're like, yeah, he's not going to play
But
for you
here's
guys
a-
in fucking wherever that is. Like,
It's
hell,
not
hell no.
Shador who said it. It's Dion who said shit.
He says a lot of shit because
But here's the
it's
problem.
prime time, baby.
But here's the problem,
what you
dude.
gonna say?
Is how this is my Shador Sanders take. One, how's this motherfucker play when his dad is not his coach? Two, is this motherfucker LeVar Ball Super Saiyan 7? The guy who's gonna all of a sudden now he's essentially on the coaching staff?
Could be, should be.
That's but
Qualified.
But you don't. I don't want that, dude. I love Dion. I get what he's doing. Yo, you gotta go coach Colorado and let your son do the things. It's the same way with LeBron shit and Stephen A. Smith. I don't feel fucking bad. I think LeBron's kind of pussy made for getting in the shit where it's like, hey, dude, you put your son on this level. You know the criticism that this level brings, dude. I get that you're a dad and I get why you're pissed, but you also have to go back home at the end of the day and go, this motherfucker was talking shit about me when I was this age.
And then it's just
It's even.
Once you got into the league, you signed up for it.
Hey man, I'm not for none of that shit.
I get that it's his son. I get why he's
Nah,
pissed.
I
It's
ain't
a-
like, don't bring my son up when you talk about me.
if this was the comment, and this is what Bron said to Richard Jefferson that people overheard. That was like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. He called LeBron out as a parent. He didn't say, yo man, your son ain't that good, man. I'm talking to you deliberately.
Yeah.
And even if that was what it was, who the fuck is you talking to, nigga?
Yeah.
Don't think you about to get on national television and call me out about my son not being as good as you think. Nigga, it's 1,000 people everybody that's played in the league has a child that may want to play the same sport as their parent. Not all of them go pro in these sports.
Yeah, no.
And then think about the people that weren't there and their kids went pro and other, like think about Dennis Rodman's kids or Karl Malone's son. Like they went pro in other sports.
Oh,
They don't even you don't even say shit about how they weren't there for their kids and they still
they
became
were
successful.
deadbeats.
Yeah, they were deadbeats that became, that their kids became success stories. And no one's covering that at all. But on a daily basis, you're trying to dick ride LeBron about how his son shouldn't have been 55th in the draft.
Yeah, not even a guaranteed spot.
Yeah, he didn't get like number 1 or number 2 because he's Bronny James Jr. Nigga. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
He got drafted low in the draft because he got injured before he could come to the league.
And he's
And
playing a lot better than people that got drafted above him.
and he just dropped 37 in a fucking G League game. And people were like, well, wait a minute. He might be a little. Oh, yeah. Now you worry.
Oh,
17 in a regular game, against some bums. Not bums, but, he had 17 points. And it was like, okay, I might be wrong. Now you want to backpedal the shit? If it wasn't a problem, you wouldn't be backpedaling nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you kind of said some shit. And then he's on camera 1,000 times over talking about how if you got a problem with what I say, pull up on me. Bron didn't make a tweet.
Yeah,
Bron didn't
Stephen
post no
A. does
video,
do that.
TikTok, or
He does say
nothing. When
that.
he saw you, he pulled up on you. Now it's a problem.
yeah, exactly.
Stop it, bro. Like that. And
He did it
then
in the most respectable way.
yeah,
ever.
like
Just
in
because
the
it was-
most realistic and G way you supposed to do it. I seen you somewhere. I pulled up on. I didn't pull up on you in a car and scare you with a bunch of people. I walked up on you and said what I had to say. Stop playing with my son, nigga.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. You playing with my fucking son. It wasn't even like, hey, man, you talking about my stats and shit. He didn't say nothing about himself. You done been out of pocket about the LeBron versus Jordan debate or LeBron and who he ranks and how he ranks and a lot of shit. You've been out of pocket with LeBron for the majority of his career. Not saying that, Skip was better or you were, worse than Skip, but same shit. Y'all were wilding. And for 20 years, he hasn't said much of shit about anything. But now you talking about his son a little too crazy. He pulled up on you when he saw you. That's it. Yeah. Nothing else for you. No tweets, no nothing. And he still ain't said nothing about it. He still ain't posted nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
just let it go.
So Stephen A. could cry about it as long as he wants to. I feel no way for Stephen A. I feel like LeBron did what he did, and there's nothing. No one can say anything about it because as a parent, most people do the same for less. Yeah. Your kids are bums, and y'all fight refs and shit at elementary games and shit.
Did y'all see that video of the big fight that last high school game where the students foul happens or some shit?
Oh, they started throwing shit at the ref or something like that?
They threw some shit at the ref, and then a dad comes down from the other side and just walks. And this dude, big brother, dude, coming in, just walks over, so calm, as if I thought someone was saying something to him where he's like, and now I'm clocking it. He was about to do the Henry Cavill fucking arm cock, dude. And he just goes over and just crushes a dude.
The ref?
No, this other dude from other father comes over to the side, rips him. Oh, dude. I need to ask you this.
But hold on. I've seen so many fights about like games or kids aren't even in high school.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Like it happens. There's probably a compilation video on here of that shit. But the Deion thing. So Deion, of all the people to be LeVar Ball, right? Like everybody said LeVar Ball wasn't qualified to do what he was doing and shit. And he was just he is just a dedicated dad. And I respect the fuck out of LeVar Ball. I never bought any of his products. I didn't like anything that he was selling. I don't like how he dresses. I don't like his style at all. But as a man and as a father, I respect the hell out of him.
LeVar?
Yeah, LeVar. But Deion is prime time.
It's prime time.
It's prime fucking time. Now, if I live in another city, maybe I might feel a way about all this father-son shit and you being a little too invasive or something like that. But we're Clevelanders, all right? We don't have the stability or the foundation to start acting like, hey, we don't need all that shit with you, Deion. No, we need all that shit, Deion.
Yeah.
We're the fucking Browns, Deion. If you want to come through and take over as coaching with Stefanski, I'm really not tripping. This was the best corner ever.
Right.
And his son is a decent quarterback who's got Tom Brady's blessing. I don't give a fuck if his son was a DN that Myles Garrett thought was a bum. If he wants to come over here and be a coach, we're the Browns. This isn't New England. This isn't Dallas. This isn't Green Bay. This isn't any of these, powerhouse, land, these have always been like a pillar of NFL. No, this isn't that. We've been the laughing stock of sports for the majority of our lives, for all of our lives, and for the 100%. Majority of our grandparents' lives and everybody, ancestors and shit, because of the Browns.
For real.
And some of the Guardians, but mostly the Browns, dude. So if Deion wants to come through and change the whole regime, and we all wearing diamond turfs and shit, oh well. I bet you he won't go.
Having fun doing
I bet you he won't.
We'll be having. That's all that's ever been about.
I bet you he won't go 0-16.
I need to know this.
Browns fans just.
Can we hit a playback on this? As a dad, have you seen this video? And what are you doing if this is your
pulling my daughter's hair? Man.
I'll be honest. I had coaches that were mean as fuck to me, and I had coaches that were fucking pretty tough. Not pulling anyone's hair, obviously, but like being like real assholes and probably psychopaths. But to this day, I kind of think that helped me a little bit in regards to like if I have a boss who's an asshole, I'm not like going over the top of it. No, it doesn't like really bother me. I'm gonna figure out how to fucking just like get on this guy's side to be like, yo, dude, whatever you want. What's your game? What do you need done? I'm not asking anyone else. I'm asking you. Like, but that shit's kind of crazy. Like, that's a dad come. Because she looks hurt, dude.
So
this girl was already crying.
The girl next to her is like.
So I saw it, and I'm just laughing now because I can't imagine how I'm gonna react in the instant moment. I want to
His
say
watch is immediate. He immediately
listen,
touches his watch.
I want to say that I want to say that I would just meet him at his car. You know what I'm saying? It's because I don't want to be the crash out dad and just jump down the stands and sock him with an elbow.
Say something though.
Say something is the least of it. I'm definitely gonna say something.
I don't think you're gonna wait till he got to the car.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm probably just gonna stand next to him till he leaves the gym, and once everybody leaves, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Pop up behind him when he
He's gonna see me. I can only imagine. He's gonna see me walk straight to. I'm a beeline straight to him, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, we need to talk." And he's gonna be like, "Well, hey, hey, no, we're not talking right now. When everybody's gone, I'm gonna be right here with you. and We're gonna talk."
Well, dude, high school games are wild because, to be honest, no one's got anything to lose either. Like a lot of these parents, it's like most of the time, if there's a kid on that team who's going to a D1 school, it ain't the D1 kid parent that's like, I'm fucking my kid's shit up. Yeah. It's some kid who's on the bench whose dad's like 9 beers deep at the game.
You'd be surprised.
His kid gets a couple.
You'd be surprised.
I know it does happen. But I'm saying,
and it's so funny. I'm used to the mom being the problem.
Oh, the moms
for the star player. Like I like personally, no, all the moms were cool.
Well,
as hell.
she's seeing a Birkin bag.
I've known. Yeah, like when a star player comes to our city and is playing, it's like, oh, I know that's his mom over there. Like, yeah, I could tell. Like and everybody like showing her respect and shit. She's acting a fool. Yeah, I know that's that guy's mom.
I had a dude I knew was I already told about the kid who was supposed to go to OSU, big hockey star, and he was playing juniors. So he gets in a fight with his other teammate. Like him and his other teammate both brawl with some dudes because someone hit his teammate with the M-bomb, black player. And my dude's like, oh, fuck this guy. So they get in fights, get thrown out. They're in the crowd the next day. Dude hits him again. And homie's like, we're brawling again now in the stands. They knock over an old lady, though. And it gets played.
See. Ref pushed my son to the ground.
Oh, if a
ref pushed my son to the ground, bro. Whoa.
Wait, hold on. Ref push?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Oh,
ref.
shit. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy?
Damn.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Hit from behind, though.
He didn't care.
He kind of checked him, too.
He kind of Jake as hell because I'd have been beating both their ass.
Yeah.
It's definitely not over. Like, nah. I'm not just socking out the one that I think ain't gonna fight back.
Roy,
I'm dropping him and the other one.
Parent fighting wrestling tournament.
You know you did. You a hoe ass nigga.
That's fucked up.
Your dad is a hoe ass nigga.
The old dude, he hit the old dude.
There's a good high school wrestling one where the kid gets like DQ'd and the dad just comes out and pummels this ref. And you're like, holy fuck, dude.
Bro, I'm so used to brawls after basketball games.
You should just type in fighting referee.
Yeah.
You could just tell the remote too, ain't it, Pat?
Yeah.
Oh shit, did you see what's that Gable some dude who's like an Olympic champion, WWF wrestler, had one more year somehow of eligibility.
No, go up.
It's right here,
right?
No, keep going over. Fuck, where is it?
I remember when the sucker punch that happened. That shit was funny as fuck.
Keep going. Let me see if I can find it. Keep going.
Dad tackle student, right? Yeah.
I mean, you could. Oh, it's that one. Dojo. Yep.
Is there a shorter one that's 25 minutes long?
God damn.
I mean, maybe
they're gonna show it.
Yeah. I mean, these are like little
I've seen this.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking crazy. And the mom's like, yeah.
Well, because they're both
psycho parents.
this is a classic.
And the kid is obviously going to grow up to be a psycho.
This is always like
But
a
look,
hillbilly.
but so this is so funny because the way his son just lost that point was just by his decision to go that route.
Yeah.
He went a Jake ass route, bro. Like,
And
and
then
his
the
son
mom
is like
fucking him,
obviously
too.
bigger and stronger, so he could have
Oh,
definitely.
dude in the
did it.
red shirt in the back though has got this. He's okay. He's like, I'm a Navy SEAL. I'll fucking kill this guy in 5 minutes. He's like, let's make sure I can't get involved until I got
My
actually.
Under Armour hat and camo shorts
Yeah.
will kick your ass.
And then
Yeah,
he
that-
was
fucked over his kid.
Of course,
bro.
it's like
that was that.
I was talking about this.
All right. People-
My only Kanye comment that I just want to make on this, I was thinking about how embarrassed do his kids have to be? Like, if you interact with other kids to be like, yeah, I heard your dad got a Swazi diamond chain.
Swazi.
Well, I don't want to say the whole.
I didn't know there was slang for it.
It's like your kids gonna have to see all of
That's
this
what I'm
shit,
saying. Like,
you
dude,
know?
you're
They're
gonna,
like,
you're embarrassing, and you are literally promoting one of the number one hate symbols, and you don't get to use the, oh, India uses it and indigenous people use it. It's like, you're neither of those things, and you're not using it that way. You're literally using it in the very most obvious anti-Semitic way. You're posting tweets constantly about it.
Things like this blatant irony is like, yeah. See, I'm a black guy posting this swastika stuff. Like, what are you gonna say
Chaz,
now?
I said
It's
this
like,
before you got here. He's about to start Sunday service up. This is just a Klan rally. He's just inadvertently starting a Klan. Like, it's gonna be a bunch of white people being like, "Well, we love what you're saying about the Jews, but how do you feel about it?" It's a Dave Chappelle skit.
Bro.
It just devolves into him being.
This is like the worst and the longest crash out we've ever seen. Like,
Well, he just dropped
usually
it.
his shit is like,
Watch this
I thought
shit,
he
dude.
dropped an album.
Watch this shit.
I was listening
He
to it
did.
on the way here.
Oh yeah.
What, the album?
man, Ye is not getting no tick from me, bro. I
The
listened to
crazy
the
part is I remember this kid, and he was like a D1 recruit, and all of his scholarships got taken off the table because of this shit.
the album with the last album with Ty Dolla $ign, bro, that shit was mid as fuck.
which one, 2 or 1?
What's the last one?
The
Two?
first, yeah.
I
the
haven't
last
heard. I'm not listening to the first one because I
one.
heard the second
first,
one.
The
It was-
first one is fire,
Hey man,
start to
Thing
finish.
is,
that
people are
nigga.
getting like arrested for doing this shit.
I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking
everyone
piss me,
who-
bro.
Everyone who gets in a fight at a high school game gets arrested.
Yeah.
There's always a cop at a high school game. That's why you're hiding drinking.
Yeah.
If there was no cops there, I would just have the bottle and beers. I wouldn't have it in a water bottle.
Boom, boom his ass.
That
Hell
wasn't
yeah,
that bad.
hell
That wasn't
yeah,
that bad, but
hell
either
yeah.
way,
You wildin', ref. What the fuck? What you want me to
he
do?
just hip tossed him. That was about
Yeah,
It wasn't even that bad.
I've seen worse
Oh.
in real life.
See, soccer's where it gets. This dude's gonna kick this guy right in the fucking skull. I hope he Mortal Kombat kicks his head off.
He like, yeah. So after I
kicked
gave him
me
the
in
yellow
my
card,
nuts.
Wait, yeah, what
beat
just
my
nothing even
ass.
happened. He like argued with him. This is
he like, look, I gave him the
Nah,
yellow.
he's gonna do it right now.
That's when he beat my ass.
This is
Ah,
dude.
Keeping it real.
eh.
I'm gonna be
ah,
dude.
look.
Really
Oh
does it.
damn! I thought I could run.
I really does this.
This is
he
exactly
cut him
why
with the
that
car?
group chat the Atlantic guy was in was like, I don't want to say if you're up
Oh, the
there.
whole
Oh my
team.
god, they're all the whole
Yeah.
I
team.
told you. I,
This is the gayest
he's
fight
like,
I've
so
ever
I got
seen.
jaded by the entire
The
Brazil.
whole team at this
G League
point
team.
is just running out.
This is how a bunch of 9-year-olds
Let me
fight.
slap your head.
It's just running each other around.
He got look at he got to run. He getting jaded by the G League
they got the
team,
whole
bro.
fucking team
That's not the
back
real.
there.
That's not Brazil.
Dude, this
No,
is
if
a
this-
lawless
This ain't-
country.
If
Like,
this was Brazil, dude,
this
the
had-
entire crowd would be on the field.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like the
Now
pandemic
we're
or
talking.
something. But get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, kick his ass. Kick his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Kick his ass, Brett.
You know when it's not NHL or like an American league, it's going to be fucking dirty.
Man, I think are they fucking sponsored by Manchurian fucking
Everything. They
I
are.
thought they were fucking sponsored
Well,
by ramen noodles. Or
Here's the
something.
thing. They're not
Let's
just.
go.
Yeah, they're not
Let's
just,
go.
they're just sponsored by
Beating
everything.
the fuck out of a
They're
ref on
sponsored
ice.
by
fuck out of the ref,
mostly crime lords.
Yeah, I'm hip
Dude,
to that.
the whole like Russian league, a bunch of dudes always talk about like, yeah, it's all like mob run.
My hockey knowledge. My hockey knowledge is all
The hell
from
you get hit
Letterkenny.
by?
Some of these are weak.
Oh, hit him in the head.
Oh, now we're gonna escalate.
But yeah, I watch Letterkenny and get all my hockey knowledge from there. Get all the slang and shit.
Well, there were on
Yeah, but
like Spittin' Chicklets and shit. This Barstool hockey show. They'll talk about. They'll have dudes on there where
Spittin'
it's like
Chicklets is a hell of a name.
where it's like
Yeah,
I know exactly
when
what you
you're
guys are
when you're
about.
about to age out of like NHL or like skill out of NHL, if that makes sense. You can go play in Russia and still get money, and they're like, oh yeah, dudes would like get paid in cash, and they'd get paid before a game, and then they'd come back in the locker room and like the cash is like gone, or like part of it's gone. It's like yeah, like one team was getting a bunch of penalties, and the owner of the team called the referee over to talk about the penalties, and suddenly there were no more penalties. It was all good, and it's like,
he's gonna turn around and jack him in the face.
but that's like Russia's big problem that they always say is like anyone who tries to start a fucking business in Russia is like, yeah, we just get extorted.
That's like an open fist to the face. He's like, come on, bring over.
Yeah, dude, this is
What game is?
Hey, you can't sell it, bro. You're the ref.
this is rugby,
No,
dude.
it's not. They're all wearing these weird gloves. And it's
Might have been Australian football.
It looked like a volleyball.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck is
Speaking
this?
of Australian
POV,
football,
dude.
I hate whatever this is.
have you guys watched Bluey?
Yeah, I know about Bluey,
I've
dude.
never seen it.
Bluey is the best kids show, guys.
It's Australian.
It's Australian, right? Yeah.
It's the best.
But they
Best
do
kids
like,
show.
isn't one of them bitches, the mom's pregnant now? They're about to have a new baby or some shit.
Not to my
We're
knowledge.
about to give birth to another one.
beefing.
Yeah.
Cardi B beefing with Bluey.
Yeah.
What?
I don't like you.
What we talking about?
Yeah, Cardi.
Oh yeah, she was a voice actor in Bluey.
Who was?
Cardi B.
in
No,
an
but she-
episode.
I missed that episode.
What kind of dog was Cardi B?
My kids watch all that shit.
Oh, I ain't never seen it that deep, but I know she was beefing with like on the internet.
With a cartoon character?
Yeah.
It sounds very Cardi B.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that Cardi B was like, I hate Bluey.
Yeah, she
I do
was-
not
Yeah.
like him.
This one looks
Oh
like
no,
a
but
ref
this,
is
she was a
going
character in the show, I think.
I thought she
Okay.
was on.
Her and
I thought they was on Shark shit.
Yeah, that was the baby shark.
Baby Shark. Yeah, they ain't on Bluey.
Oh.
Bluey ain't fucking with them niggas.
This
ain't
is
part
like,
of it.
this
You
is
ain't
not
gonna
even
live on
a
a
real
cul-de-sac.
This
basketball
one,
game.
the ref is going.
This
after
is
him.
just a fight that started with guys warming up for a basketball game. They're like, we'll warm up with a basketball game and then we'll get in a big fight.
Maybe the fight is the warm up,
And then they play a really good
and
game.
then they all stop and they go, "All right, you guys ready?"
Are we ready? Did everyone get it out of their system?
Are we watching any shows right now?
I tried watching White Lotus, dude, and I can't do it.
Did you ever
I'm
watch
not
the
even-
first season?
Not even trying to watch it.
I watched the second season a little bit, and that was a little bit more tolerable.
You gotta watch
This
the
season,
first and
dude,
second one.
I get that you're supposed to watch it. You're supposed to hate these people, but I
don't know about that.
I looked it
Is
up.
that what people
I
are
looked.
saying?
I honestly, I was watching that one episode and I said, I gotta check this out. I Google, am I supposed to hate all the characters in White Lotus season 3? And the internet said, yes, you are. It's called hate watching, and you are supposed to watch it because you hate it. And I said, I can't watch people just make poor decisions like so consistently. And I get my
This is the
My-
worst season so
my-
far. Not gonna lie.
well, my best friend Tim hates Meet the Parents, and I never got it because he's like, dude, everything in Meet the Parents is just like act normal for 2 seconds, and all the problems are gone. And I was like, I get it now. This White Lotus, I'm like, you're
This is
talking
like-
shit about your friend who literally went to a bedroom that's divided by a piece of
that
paper,
shit was
and you're like, yeah, I think that bitch is going crazy. And they're like, I don't think she can hear me from here. It's like, what are you talking about? I like Walton Goggins. I love Wally G. He's on.
Which guy is that? The
He's
guy
from
with the
Ant.
buck-
He's
the
from
Bucktooth girl.
yes. He's from
Yeah,
Ant Man and fucking Righteous Gemstones. He's great, but it's like everyone else in it. I'm like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son being like weird and gay with his brother. I don't
Arnold
love
Schwarzenegger's son is the oldest brother?
that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that.
That, of course,
Bro,
dude.
it got really weird this last
Of course, they're like kissing. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
there was something else that happened too. That
Yeah.
was like, why is this even in here?
And the guy who made that show made School of Rock.
Oh shit.
And
For
that
this
same
Schneebly, right?
motherfucker, it's Ned Schneebly.
Schneebly.
He made the concept
Call me
of the show,
Mr. S.
Call
the
me
concept of this show in general, or just
He's the
creator.
creator of the show. So he's done
Okay.
all the. He's been on Amazing Race and Survivor, and he came up with the idea for the show while he was on Survivor, of like how absurd rich people are living on islands and like behaving on holiday.
I've been watching Severance.
Yeah, I can't get into either one of these shows, bro.
Mm-mm.
I haven't tried watching Severance.
Severance is very different.
Damn, dude, watch The Boys though.
Hell no.
Good check.
And then I've been binge watching Naruto.
Yeah.
You I'm big on Naruto. I've been rewatching. I do love American Dad. I think
My
it's
cousin was just watching
I'll be honest.
American Dad or Family Guy?
American Dad.
American
100%.
Dad.
Family Guy does that
Family Guy.
dumb. I don't like Family Guy's like. I'm not a big fan of either. I just fall asleep to American Dad because it has some good jokes. Family Guy does too much of like. This is like that one time. And then
Cutaways?
cutscene. Yeah, I don't love those.
Their
Like,
thing. It's always been their thing. They ain't going away from
See,
it.
they did
But dude-
one about The Sopranos.
I think they done a few.
They did one when Caillou was sitting at the table.
Damn.
And Arthur was the one that killed him.
I ain't seen that. I've seen so many things about like Italian people in the cutaways. It's so funny. It was like when you cut a bunch of Italians in line. That was like one of the early ones. Like it was the nigga Peter just walked past a bunch of Italian niggas in line.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
And
what
at
are
the-
you doing?
at the
Hey,
end-
come on now.
At
What's
the end,
happening?
dude said my favorite line. He was like, "Hey, yo, Copernicus, why don't you navigate to the back of the line with your feet and stand there?
Hey,
with your
yo,
shirt
Copernicus, why don't you navigate yourself back of the line
with your feet,
with your feet?
stand there with your shirt."
Did you finish the Invincible?
Smoked his ass. Of course.
I never watched. Never watched.
Not only do I
Really?
watch the
That
fuck
last
out of it,
episode.
but I already like
Watch well.
YouTube read the
I'm
comics
not
and
an
shit.
Amazon guy.
See, I ain't even get deep into it.
Press.
I never
wait.
watched The Boys.
I'm so
Boys is-
fuck the boys. I don't
Hold on,
know.
what show you guys talking about?
Invincible.
Oh, I never seen that. No.
The boys, I can't
Invincible.
wait till the boys come back.
Invincible's the shit, but it took me a little minute because I saw that first scene and I'm like, okay, this is one of them comics I'm not gonna fuck with for real. But then like I got through the first season, I'm like, all right.
That nigga gets his ass whooped every.
But when I got through the first season, I'm like, okay, this is an old comic book. Let me just go ahead and YouTube watch this shit, and saw the whole thing.
Yes.
The whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's,
I know where I'm at with it, and I'm waiting on them to animate some shit. I just want to know what they're gonna animate and what they won't, and you know, because there's a lot of fucked up shit that they can't.
Yeah.
These people that make these comic books, like the boys and what's the one dude?
The Boys is a comic too.
Garth
hell yeah.
Ennis and
What's the worst villain ever? That guy that wears all white. I can't remember what his name is.
in Invincible.
No, well, he's like one of those random comic books type of guys, but he's like the worst villain of all time.
I mean, there's a bunch of like those that just kind of congeal into people doing worse and worse shit.
The most vile villain ever in comics.
I mean, like,
His name.
you could be. I mean, so many people have committed mass genocide as like.
His
comic
name
book
is
villains.
Nemesis.
Oh, Nemesis. yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
What's he from?
Nemesis.
Nemesis.
I think the comic.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's his
And
own
it's.
comic.
I think it's about a hero who also is like a counterpart, and but Nemesis is like so much more powerful type shit.
He's like, he had like a semi fucked up childhood, and he just went ballistic on everything. And
But that's the
everybody.
cool part about comics is, you know, it makes you like the villain a little bit.
They go
You're like, this guy's
crazy.
pretty cool, dude.
Man, the end of Punisher, I feel so bad for John Travolta.
I love that. That's the
That's the
comic.
take from all this.
Hold on, I'm literally gonna hit this next take with a pray hands on you being a John Travolta Punisher sympathist. is the best version of like a movie to be like, what the fuck? They killed.
No, it wasn't even like. It's like when they was dragging him and he was screaming. I was just like, damn, I low key feel bad.
But why? Because the dude was fucking his bitch.
Because it was the screaming. Like it was just how he was like,
Yeah.
like yelling and shit.
I mean, he did kill his entire family. Yeah, and that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But dragging
That
him.
joke, you know about the what's the dude that got killed? The dude and his wife and the dog.
Chris Benoit.
Damn.
Recently.
We have too many Chris Benoit jokes. Gene Hackman.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, damn, this the Punisher's plot.
Bro, no, it is not.
Gene Hackman.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
The Gene Hackman was like just the world's worst Rube Goldberg. It was just like people like sequentially or things dying and just like in order where it's like I think the dog died and then his wife died from this like rat poisoning thing and he just had dementia and like Alzheimer's. It's just this sounds horrible at night, but he just
they had more dogs.
But they were outside.
Oh. So why they kill the dog that was inside?
The dog died inside because it was probably an inside dog more often and was exposed to like I think it was some shit involving rats, dude. Like it's
so
like
they figured out the
yo, the Southwest sucks, dude. The Southwest, the rats have the plague. They have whatever the fuck just killed Gene Hackman. All these fucking dirty don't go to Arizona. You don't need to go there. You're not on the 22-year-old girl going on a bachelor
Scorpions
trip.
catch bodies, bro.
There's nothing in there. Just go to Mexico then. If you're
I
gonna
like
get
Arizona.
something, get it from at least a different country.
I've been to Arizona a couple times. It's
Yeah, I
cool.
like it.
I haven't been as an adult.
Make it seem like it's very fun.
My bro act
No.
like he loved it. Okay, yeah,
Mine.
you already know. Yeah, sometime.
I've seen the South, dude. I went to Zion. I saw it. Red Rocks. Imagine.
I've been to Arizona a few times.
See, I don't care about none of that type of stuff.
I'm just not out.
But he drives to LA like very often, so and Vegas very often, so.
So you don't like this cousin now?
You don't like your cousin?
No,
Because he goes to LA.
Oh hell yeah.
No, I was saying like
He said he makes it sound very fun, the
But
Arizona
he's not,
shit.
like,
No, I was just talking shit because he said he drives to LA all the time.
I love LA.
No, you don't.
Just because I don't listen to the music, I love
That
LA.
niggas hate LA.
Dude, now you're polarizing yourself between the two tides that we have going of me in New York and Chaz in LA, and it was you and me, and now you're trying to go over to Chaz's side. And he sees that you're.
'cause in reality,
He sees what's happening,
No.
and he knows it's not
No.
real.
I can say how I feel. Fuck LA and New York.
As you should.
Miami.
You're a Gary, Indiana guy. It's just Freddie Gibbs.
And Michael Jackson.
Freddie Gibbs and Michael
The Jacksons.
Two goats.
It's songs back to back. It's just intertwined.
Freddie Gibbs and the Jacksons.
It's just like
Never gonna say
Thriller,
goodbye.
then a Quasimodo. He's like, yeah, that's how I do it. I'm a Gary guy.
I'm like,
Through and through.
Ooh, fucked him.
Miami's
I'm telling
too
you.
expensive.
Here's my problem. 5-on-5 sport. NHL just dominates NBA. Toughness wise.
But
I'm just saying, like,
Toughness wise,
I'm just
watched
saying.
the Malice
yo,
at the Palace
every-
documentary. Have y'all seen that?
Huh?
The Malice at the Palace documentary.
Yeah.
I just watched the 30
Oh,
for
yeah,
30.
crazy.
I'm like, man, this shit is Jake. Like
No,
this shit.
dude.
This shit was
Look
weaker.
at this motherfucker. Yo, he just dragged him down.
This shit was whack. Now I feel like because I've been a security guard at the arena before, so I know the vibes when it's like, okay, if everybody in the crowd just decides to start beating people up, we don't know what the fuck like anybody can do.
Nobody.
Like the dude was like 56,000 or 40-something thousand people, and they all drunk. You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna happen.
The Indians game.
That too, but like
You can't do anything.
yeah, like as like
You just
a
gotta stay out the way.
you know what I'm saying? It's only so many security guards, and there's so many fans. A player jumps in the stands trying to fight
Oh,
the fans. Yeah, like I'm thankfully it was like they said, it was the end of a game. They were already up. You know, people left. Cool, because if it was a packed house and they were like tied up and that shit happens, Like, say it happens in Cleveland. We wouldn't feel bad jumping Ron Artest in Cleveland. Or Steven
Hell
Jackson
no.
or whoever else. It wouldn't, like, no one's, it would be a problem for somebody whoever threw the cup. Like, yeah, why would you do that? But
this has a bit, I
Is
think,
that the Pistons team that won the championship?
no, it was a year after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the
This-
year after they won their last
Yeah.
group?
No,
This,
the first one with that group. So, like, they won that one in 04.
hockey's nice because it gives a little bit of a
05
gladiator
was the
vibe.
Dallas, and then 06 they won again, right?
Like, hockey's a little bit of
I thought they
gladiator
won
vibe,
05.
Like, there's a little
They-
bit of
they won
armor.
just one.
No one
I-
can get involved.
For
You
sure.
can't jump on
With,
there.
like,
Like,
Chauncey Billups.
you're just
I thought
watching
they
it.
won
Rip
05.
And
Hamilton.
it's just 2 on
They did it,
2.
and the Spurs did. But
Oh, yeah, I forgot the Spurs were.
Spurs were.
I mean, you're
what,
punching that
07?
fucking helmet, dude. That helmet
That's gotta hurt.
fucks your hand up, dude. And you're just trying to get that thing off.
See, my thing is
Pop
like,
goes
fighting
Louise.
is like, I don't even get it.
oh, the Spurs beat them in 7.
Yeah, 7.
They beat them in 7 in 05.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
That team was good as fuck.
And then 06 was Miami.
The noodle spot be open?
It was Zinji?
Yeah.
Yeah, they only close on Mondays.
Okay. Anytime I ride past, I never see him open.
What do you want to go? Arsenal Cider House?
Mondays is no good for most
There-
places around here.
There's like some cider place that's on the street that's just
Mondays
open,
no
but
good
I've
for
never
Cleveland.
seen anyone in it.
All
ever
closed
in
on
my life.
Mondays.
I don't think I've ever seen
No,
anybody going in or
I don't
out.
think it's a drug front. I think they brew cider out of it,
They
and there's
sell
like
it
a-
in stores.
and they sell it in
Just
stores.
dropped
and
his.
stuff.
He dropped his mitts and skated straight
It
to
always
him.
just looks completely empty.
Did y'all see that? They got to show the route he took to get over there.
Oh, dude.
Rewind that. He skated.
Also in basketball, there's no possibility of getting your neck slit open by a blade.
Yeah.
No, go back. Right, all right, yeah, go right here.
Hockey's crazy, man.
Hockey is crazy.
Oh,
Let's fly around
dude.
with blades on.
Nothing has pissed me off more in my fucking entire life than Tim. Again, my best friend.
Wrestling is,
No, Tim going, dude, I could beat the fuck out of you on the ice. And I was
Nah.
like, there's no way you
If you can't skate, then no, you don't.
Tim has never played hockey, but can ice skate, open skate style.
Yeah, hockey.
You know what I mean? Like where, I used
Oh,
to
like you can walk skate
You can,
around this
like, you can
motherfucker.
skate around
Yeah, you
the
can
rim.
walk skate.
Motherfucker.
Look at this. Hold on. My dude. So they're going to show the replay. He skated to do, like, beeline and dropped his... He's fucking done. Oh, my God. Wait till they show him drop his mitts, bro. He had a plan.
He got up and done the whole thing.
Oleksiak, man, you got
Yeah,
fucked
dude.
up. I'm sorry, bro.
But that's...
No, I know.
I fought
Hopefully he got revenge or something. Look at this. Watch this. Oh, you know what?
You know what? Actually,
Fuck this guy.
fuck it.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
That shit was
Hold
on
on.
the fly. dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he got
He dropped his mitts
put
as
his-
soon as he got close to dude. Like,
Here's
yeah,
the
come
thing.
here.
People get... I'll say,
Wilson!
I'll say dude,
God damn.
Yeah.
Right in the temple.
I think the thing people get worried about is people go, oh, what if you cut your neck or something? Yo, NHL dudes not
Woo!
this shit.
You Uncle Willie's son.
Look, they drop their gloves, dude. Yo, when you're on the ground, there's blades around you that are cutting your shit right
How
off.
hard he hit him, he had fluid
So you said people cut their fingers all the time?
No, I've never
No,
really
just
seen it,
surprised
but I'm
that
surprised it
doesn't
doesn't happen more.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Crosby.
But
bitch
these
ass.
dudes who fight,
This
that's
who
their
I
job.
this who I knew. Like, hey, bruh.
Yeah, they're like.
There are
they're
dudes on
enforcers
teams that are like,
I
I'm
saw one guy. I was like, hey, you know what? You're not the fighting guy.
Oh.
Like, I knew when I first got hip to him and the Ovechkin shit. It was like, yeah,
You're not the guy.
you're not the guy.
Dude.
Ovechkin's the fighting guy. You're not gonna fight that guy.
After this episode, we gotta watch the vocals of Mic'd Up NHL, where it's dudes talking shit to each other,
Oh man.
and it is out of this, like, the most disrespectful shit, where it's like,
With
like-
a Canadian accent.
hey
Short-
buddy,
hey.
you've been playing minors your whole fucking life. This is your first 2 minutes. Let it shine, buddy.
My
Let it
dude-
shine.
My dude Shorzy is the shit, bro.
And it's that kind of shit
Bro,
where it's like
I've
those
seen a few episodes of that shit.
those
Shorzy-
dudes are like serious about it.
When he used to go in on Riley and them moms, bro. Like, that accent is fucking hilarious.
I mean, hockey's a fun ass sport, dude. And
Let's
I'll-
get some bubble tea.
my Have we talked about my number one hypothetical of college, where it was NBA versus NHL, UFC style fight,
No.
weight class? Like, I'm not saying, hey, Zdeno Chara is the exact same height and weight as LeBron James.
Zach Randolph versus Ovechkin.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Ruben Patterson versus whoever you guys got is like
but
a
that's what
dark
I'm saying.
horse.
Is like, there's dudes.
Now there's a guy though. There's a guy that
These dudes want to fight.
no, I understand.
Steven
but-
Adams. Who's
no.
Steven Adams fighting?
So he's probably not, but there's a guy that is the one guy who I'm banking all my money on against anybody from anywhere in any other sport. If we're doing sport to sport fighting, we're talking about Mr. Johnson. Pause. He plays for. Who does he play for now?
NBA player?
Yes, I think he plays for Indiana right now. James Johnson, I think. Or-
Yeah, he just be
I know he
squabbling
was with
shit.
the Raptors.
Bro.
Isn't he's like he was a UFC MMA dude.
I think he is with the Pacers.
So he can be. He chose not to be. He's just not fighting, getting checks. Yep, he plays with the Pacers right now. But yes, James Johnson. It's so funny. The first video is everybody's tough until James Johnson walk up. Bro, there's a squabble with the Pacers right here, and I can only imagine when James. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he was
he's-
before he like.
They
Yeah.
people like the Miami Heat have their own podcast and shit. So it was Bam Adebayo and Mike Miller and them. They were like, yeah, you remember that time where James was like, yeah, don't say it. Nah.
Big motherfucker to get an occasion.
Yeah, he's
Fuck
6'9", 6'8" or something.
Gotta be fucking-
They said he was dropping people with like 2 moves. Bam was like, oh shit. He said they beat up a guy in the shower. He was like, oh no, dude. He said he put him on his back quick. Pause. But yeah, he definitely
Like somebody on the team.
yeah.
That's fun.
This ain't the first
That's
time-
somebody talking shit.
This shit happens. Ruben Patterson beat up Zach Randolph, and Zach Randolph got his get back.
That's funny.
People fight on the teams all the time.
Yeah, I believe that.
I just seen a clip the other day. Somebody from the Bulls had Scotty teamed up against the locker and was slapping him.
Charles Oakley. Yeah.
Scottie Pippen.
Oh yeah, but
Picked up and was just slapping him.
Charles
Laughing, like,
well, first off, it was the '80s, it was a different time. But Charles Oakley is one of them NBA bullies, legendary NBA bully. He's not no certified fighter of any sort, but
right?
exactly.
Yeah, I went to school with his son.
Yeah, he's from Cleveland, and he's just a legend. Like, I met him. He was like, "Yeah, I know your dad." But, he talking his shit like he always do. It's like, okay, like, yeah, I thought it was. I always believe my dad saying like nigga ask about him. He's like, all right, bro, I asked nigga, and then niggas be like, yeah, your dad. Like, okay, nigga. But when he was like, nigga, Charles Oakley know about me, I'm like, nah. And he was like, your dad, nigga, yeah, I know that beanhead ass nigga. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess
That's
you know what I'm
funny.
saying? Because a lot of them niggas like Ron Harper and Brad Sellers with the Warrensville. You know what I'm saying? Played for the Bulls at different times, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't play together, but it was like shit. We had niggas from the city that was going to the bros.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You shoot dice with that.
Yeah, I remember you told us before. That's funny.
Probably when the flats was jumping down there somewhere. Everything with like the 80s in Cleveland was like a lot of niggas went pro and the flats was going crazy. So like anything that went down after any games, the niggas was in the flats. And all of our adult life, the flats been abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's they try to turn up certain areas of it, and you gotta look through this abandoned little fucking street to go to Earth or Life or wherever the fuck we was going to when we was young. Oh my god. These places were hilarious teenage clubs.
Teenage club.
Yeah.
We was charging 50 at the door. We was like, why is it? Somebody was like, why is it 50? He said, nigga, Chevy Woods and Wiz Khalifa mama in here passing around blunts.
At an underage club?
It's like
18, but that's under there. I don't care.
Chevy Woods and his Wiz Khalifa mom wasn't in there passing out blunts.
When we was, of course they wasn't. When we was 18, we was trying to get in the view because all the girls that we went to school with was going to the View for like the past 2 years. From the time we had turned 18, the View was getting Jake. It was like, damn, I'm trying to be a part of this shit before it dies out. And then, you know, because I knew it was like, okay, by the time I get to go to this bitch, it's gonna be Jake.
Remember the bank?
Hmm.
I remember bank.
That bitch was big as hell
Man.
for no reason.
Yeah. My first time there, Jeezy was in there.
That's probably a vibe.
That was probably stupid packs.
I went there for somebody being there, and I didn't even like. I didn't take the bank seriously. Like after like not even a year, it was like, all right, it's the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was like, you go to the bank with us. I'm like, I don't have no clothes.
That was back when I went. That was back when like Bron and them was going in there and shit like that. And I was just like, well, shit. The way y'all making this seem like this the greatest shit on earth. Went in there, I was just like, hey, I don't have to do this.
I don't have to do this.
I remember going around like seeing all the sections. Everybody was like, yeah, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? We not with no section. We ain't deep in here. G-pop was Jake as hell. Like that's what I really remember about that. And there was nobody in general pop of bank. If you wasn't in the section, nigga, you was down bad.
That shit was whack.
Yeah, you just standing there. They partying watching you.
So, I have a I was gonna say I had a question. All right, if you had a grail item, like a thing that you're like, oh man, I've been trying to find this forever, and then your boy bought it, how do you feel about that?
It is what it is.
I mean, it.
Did he
Does
buy
he know
it because
this is
he
your
wanted
girl
it too,
item?
or did he buy it
Did you show it to them?
and then they bought it?
Uh-huh.
It's probably not my girl no more.
I'd be pissed.
So
Well, were you about to buy it?
I wasn't about to buy it.
Well, then that's fine.
So,
Cause it's like if you put something on to somebody, you can't be mad if they get it.
you know I'm a big Massimo guy. I
Okay.
love old vintage Massimo. And Massimo has a Chief Wahoo rip. It's Chief Wahoo in like a backwards hat with a gold tooth with an M on it. And it's like him in a batting stance in like regular clothes. And it says like play hard, ball hard or something. Yohei got it at Rad Vintage the other week. And he came into my work to show me. And I know it was like complete, you know.
You have to do a fake.
He's like, dude, look what I got. And I knew who he got it from and shit. And I was like, I fucked with him and I grabbed it. I was like, oh, thank you so much, man. He's like, no, it's mine. I was like, no, I know it's yours, dude. I'm not. But I was like, damn. I didn't care that much, but I was like, I wonder what the vibe is on if you have a piece that you're like, oh, I've kind of always wanted this for a collection. I have my Grail Massimo piece, so I'm okay. But, like, if you have a little piece that you're trying to get and someone grabs it, are you salty?
It'd be different if like I was about to buy that very specific.
Like, exact same item?
Yeah, from the same person. Like, hey, I'm about to
Yeah.
buy this, and then the dude just buys.
Yeah, like if you outbid me or on like this.
Yeah.
I say it depends on what homie is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Yohei. So I wasn't, like, I know it's just going into an archive that, like, one day I possibly get in a will. He's like, all
Gotta
the
make sure
Massimo
he stays
goes to
single the
Pat.
rest of his
Yeah.
life.
Why did they just lean on their fist so long before they fought? Is they trying to like numb it or something?
You don't want to be the first one to throw.
No, when they like both of them like kind of like lean like my hand. All right.
Oh, I don't know.
Ice cold as hell.
Why don't you want to be the first one to throw?
Because you want to let him make the first move. Gordon Bombay style. Let him make the first move, Conway.
Let them throw themselves off balance. A little
Yeah,
bit.
they just love fighting, dude.
Hey, y'all been y'all seen that dude on Instagram that be sticking his face in sparkling water?
Yep.
I heard about something like that, but I didn't know what the fuck it was.
So this guy is like Alton something. He has like a goofy ass quote unquote lifestyle where his
Fuck does that
every
mean?
move is recorded.
At 4 o'clock in the morning and do nothing.
His every single move
Oh
is
my God,
recorded.
yeah.
Like
he
he
records like his daily life.
like yeah, but
Dude.
like the video is like there is no sound. There is no music or anything. It's just the sounds of him going through
It's
his daily
so-
shit. It's like the most
It's so
head-ass
fake
shit.
and corny where it's like, he'll jump into the pool, and he's like jumping into the pool at
7:40.
7:36, and then it's like him landing in the pool, and it's 7:40, and you're like, 4-minute jump in, and then it's like you set up a camera to have you jumping in the pool, and then you set up a camera of you getting out. Everything about it, you're just like,
This is so.
anyone who's impressed by this, you're like, this is what psychopaths do.
Anything that like
Yes.
there's a bunch of people right now that are doing this like trying to like show their day in their life.
Yeah,
like
and that's what
they're like trying to be influencers, but it's like this is just what I do in my day, and I'm like, you literally take the time out of your fucking day to set up these cameras for every little angle. How long does this actually fucking take you to do?
No, so
no fucking way that
no. So they get the tripod with the with the phone on
The
it.
one getting up
Boom.
from bed is hilarious.
Yeah,
that
With the
is-
alarm.
You got out of fucking bed. You got out of bed to set that shit up. You
To
got
get
back into bed to
yeah.
show yourself getting out of fucking
Yeah,
bed.
and it's also like, dude,
That's why
this
this
is-
Alton guy is smart. He starts by walking into the mirror.
But this is the same. This is the same shit as like when they released that Mark Wahlberg schedule one time, where it's like, wake up at 4 or at 3:30 a.m. Pray 4 hours, or like it's just like doing all sorts of shit that you're like, who exists this way? And there's no way you do this. It's like you're rubbing a banana peel on your skin. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, why are you putting your face in a bowl of sparkling water?
You do it twice a day.
More than that.
Oh,
Probably more than that. I'm not. No, I don't.
I'm not watching
I just know that if you're doing it twice by what time is the end of the video? Like 11, 12,
Yeah.
nigga?
You did it again at 9. So you did it.
I'm saying you did it twice by 9. Nigga, you don't. No, bro. We playing. You playing right now. Stop playing with me.
Like,
Even if you like don't open them or whatever else. What are the benefits from sparkling water being on your face?
Dude, no,
and why do
there's-
you know
no.
them only in your Instagram
Sparkling
video,
water is expensive.
and nobody else in the world is like, oh yeah, I'm hip to the sparkling water face wash. I've
Also-
never like I grew up with
That
my mother and
brand
my
of
sister.
sparkling water
too.
definitely paid him.
Oh.
Probably to just
Like
fucking do
I was
that
always
shit.
stealing my mom's products, nigga. She never had a sparkling water face
No,
wash.
some of it was like some of it was like still water and shit, but it's just like everyone's like now like, oh, Saratoga water, I gotta have
Yeah.
it. And it's
I
like,
thought they only made sparkling. I
It's
didn't know
like-
they made.
it's like
still
why
water.
why are you paying money for any of this bullshit? Also, everything this guy does, as soon as he gets on the computer, it's like, okay,
Super fake.
now send out a bunch of fake emails to encrypt on
You're wearing a
people's
suit.
computers and steal their
Nah,
money.
you're wearing a suit with a tank top. I don't take.
That's
you
what I'm saying.
serious.
It's like Miami
I don't
cool
take.
guys.
I don't
that are
take
like,
D Wade serious when he does it. I don't take like people serious when they wear tank tops and blazers. I know how
First
blazers
off-
feel. I know how suits feel. You feel disgusting with a tank top and your armpits out in this fucking blazer. Like you
that's
stole
nasty.
someone's jacket, bro.
yeah,
just
it's
walking
like
around.
insane the way that like some of this goes down. That you're like,
And you know what else I hate? I hate how my mom is always ahead of the times with products. Like this Saratoga shit got trendy.
I've been had Saratoga before. I didn't know
Remember
I'm
I brought
saying.
that shit in here a couple months ago? I stole it
Yeah.
from my mom. I stole it out her little six. She gave a 6-pack of that shit.
That's the water they sell at Town Hall.
Nah.
Oh, but they was raving about that water in Town Hall.
Damn.
all right, well, I
That'll
think we're
do
kicking it to the end of the episode.
Episode 22.
That's it.
Get at him. We love CP. Thank you,
He's free.
Rory.
Shout out to Rory coming through.
Go like, subscribe, do all the things you know you're supposed to do.
Have a good day, bitch ass
You're a
nigga.
good person. We're good people. It's just all we want, man. Now, give us a little bit of cash.
Give us a little bit of cage.
Love ya. Bye.
Peace.
Yeah.